right. Hello and welcome. Happy Monday. It is Monday, April 6th.
Wow. I can't believe it's
We got Tommy, Bianca, Hail Dog, and Mr. West. And today we are answering the question, are situationships just fear of commitment?
horror stories. Let's hear them.
If you want to chime in, feel free to call in on the number on the screen. I'm going to put it up right now. But that is our number. Feel free to call in at any point during the show. We'll pick up. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Happy Monday. We're going to start with the caller, and then we'll go from there.
Hi, my name is Maddie. I live in LA. I have a question about our situationship, just fear of commitment. And I think this is mainly a question for the men. Because there's something called the taxi cab theory, which is that men don't marry the love of their life. They marry the person that's in front of them when they're ready. And that sounds like my own personal fucking nightmare. Because I would prefer to be a bus, right? Like, I want to be the right person no matter what the time is. And so my question is mainly, like, do we think that's true? Like, do people end up in situationships even if they really like the person because it's just the wrong time in their life? Or is that a bullshit excuse that people say because they're just afraid of commitment or because they don't like the person and they don't want to admit that that's the reason why? Yeah, that's my question. Bye. Have a good day.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Maddie. Wes, what do you think?
Sounds right. I feel attacked.
Sounds about right.
How do people feel about this taxi cab theory?
So it's just it's basically settling, right?
I don't even think it's settling. I think it's more just like it doesn't happen until the guy is basically ready.
It's like not until you're I mean, they say that like you could be the perfect girl for someone, but if they're not in the right place or the right, like they're not making enough money or they're not satisfied with who they are, then like
it's just
they're never gonna pick you until they're ready to like
I've never
the green light is on.
Really bought the idea that like women marry the right person or women wait for the right person and guys wait for the right time. It's like that's crazy. It's like, oh, it's the right time, but this terrible lady's in front of me. Let's get married. Or, I found the love of my life, but it's 2 years sooner than I want. Let me just blow that. Like, I don't, people get married when it's the right time and the right person.
Yeah. I feel like the marriage thing, I don't think that really applies, but like situationship, like falling into a situationship because it's just there. Like, yes, valid.
Yeah, well, I think that speaks more to situationships being almost completely out of convenience. Maybe?
Well, yeah.
It's also,
are situationships
I think it
convenient?
can be like dependent on where you are in your life or what you're looking for in your life or what kind of fits your life. Like if you're incredibly career focused or busy and like that's just kind of what works. But also like if you're seeing someone you like them enough and you're like, this is kind of fun, but I don't want to spend my life with you, but nothing else is entertaining me right now, then ping.
So would you say that is an inability to commit? Like that's fear of commitment?
I don't know if it's fear of commitment. Like I've definitely found myself in situationships where it's like, nothing else is entertaining me more than this right now. And I'm not going to make this person think I want to like spend a life with them, but they're like fun enough to keep me entertained for a beat. But then I kind of like, you get to a point where like, all right, I don't really want to do this anymore.
I got 10 keys to a situationship. Here's the 10 signs. 10 signs you're in one.
10 signs that you're in one?
Wait, before we get to that, the whole thing about the taxi cab theory with guys.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah, no. Well, I want to answer Maddie's question. She said this is for her and God's perspective. I think I don't know. I personally have never been like, oh, if it's right, like if it's the wrong person, I've never heard that. I don't think I know any of my friends that are like, I fucking hate this girl, but I'm ready, so let's marry her. Yeah. Like that's like, I've never heard that. And that doesn't make sense to me. Cause like, that's just like, I mean, maybe that's why all my friends are getting divorced because they did that. Maybe that's it.
You're like, I've never heard of this.
I've never heard of it. But by the way, all my friends are now getting divorced. So this could make sense. I don't know. I think that's like a personal thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Cause that's the thing is like, I don't think any of my guy friends, I think they're always like, I think our generation, I've noticed with a lot of my friends, just in general, it's all about the bigger, better deal. So I don't even think they would settle. It's like, oh, this is the right time. I think they'd be like, even if they really like somebody, like, oh, there might be somebody better out there.
But here's the thing. I think a lot of men hold themselves to a standard where they're like, okay, well, at 35, I should be making this much money, and I should have this type of job, and I should be able to provide for a family, and I should be able to X, Y, Z. And when they, either aren't making that much money or don't have that job, they're like, well, I'm not ready. And like Miss Perfect could walk in, and if they don't feel like they can provide for a family, I mean, I've literally been in these situations before where I've been dating someone and they're like, well, I'm not making enough money. I don't know how I'd ever support a family right now. And I'm like, babe, get off the fucking pot. You're 35, like figure it out. But anyway, like it is like at that point, like they wait till they're ready for, themselves to be able to be the person that they want or see themselves as an adult. And that way it doesn't matter who the other person is. It's like when they're not going to say yes until they're ready to like be in a committed relationship.
Yeah, but nobody will. Nobody will say yes if they're not ready to say yes.
It's the Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
I think if you like somebody, you'll find a way to make it fucking work.
Yeah.
If they like you and you're like, I'm not.
Then you're
I mean,
ready,
like,
though.
look, as a comic, you think at 35 years old, I'm gonna be ready to provide for somebody? Hilarious.
Yeah.
It'll be like somebody be like, hey, listen, I think I'm gonna be able to do this in the future. So if you believe in me, let's do it. That's what I gotta do. I think men are just afraid of being vulnerable and honest, and they just bail out. It's easier to bail out.
So, okay, then where do you think this situationship then exists in the line between like single relationship and what are the 10 things that maybe indicate that you're in a
let's hear this,
situationship?
and then I'll jump in on
Here's
stuff.
the 10 signs you're in
Can
one.
you pull this up on the link that we're sharing?
Yeah.
Come on,
Hold on. Now I got to get to the. Now it's the whole. There's articles. There's AI. But
I feel like I could guess some of them.
I know. Let's see
yeah.
if
You
we
guys
can
want to guess
it.
some?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
I have no idea.
I feel like one is like no talking about if you're exclusive or not, or you don't have like clear boundaries.
Yeah,
on, like, what
the
you're
no boundaries
doing.
is a classic. I feel like.
One person like might like the other a little more, and like you don't want to tell them because you're nervous they're gonna go like leave you if you do tell them you like them.
Lots of like an out of balance intimacy time to like regular hangout time.
Totally. Like
I feel like there's not situationships happening where they're like they've met my family, we're hanging out all the time.
No, that's one of them.
I'll tell you.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Wait, that what? Meeting family?
Yeah.
And friends?
So let me rattle these off for you. You were right on all of yours as well. Your relationship is
Still
not
didn't bring
clear.
up
It's
the
not
thing.
clearly defined yet, so you haven't had the boyfriend-girlfriend conversation or whatever. You're in a romantic relationship without commitment. There's no consistency in your relationship. You and your partner are seeing other people. There are no talks related to your future together. Your connection is superficial with no deep emotional bond. Your relationship is not progressing. Your relationship is one of convenience. Your partner tells you that they don't want to get serious and expect the same from you. And you haven't met each other's friends or family.
you haven't.
You haven't.
I could see that.
This is all fine with me if it's deliberate. Like, I mean, a lot of people are like,
I think it's very deliberate.
One person's
but I think
always
it's-
getting the short
But I
end
do
of the
think if there's
stick.
communication and you're like
Yeah.
saying, okay, right now I'm not in a place to date. I really am enjoying being intimate. I'm really enjoying like the fun we're having, but like I don't want to take it past here right now. Like as long as you're being clear about that.
But I
Yeah.
feel like that's the thing where it edges into okay, we're friends with benefits,
Yeah.
which is
Which
I think
is a situationship.
Which
but
is
I don't
also-
think it
I
is
don't know,
though.
yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna
they're
say-
different.
No, I
We're
think
gonna
it
have
is.
to-
I think
yeah,
a situationship's like an undefined friends with benefits where there are no boundaries. There's no one's
I think
talking
friends with
about
benefits,
anything.
you're like writing off the possibility of being like, yeah, this isn't gonna go further. You're like, we're homies and we like to have sex. Like that's a friend with benefits.
Yeah.
Where I think like a situationship is a bit more complicated and like it does convolute feelings. And,
I
like,
think it depends if you're like upfront about it.
Yeah.
Like I've been in situations where I've been very upfront of like, this is all it is. There is nothing more.
Yeah.
I will like I don't like I like you. I like hanging out with you, but I don't see you like forever in my
That-
like forever as like my person
How
or
do
whatever
they
fuck
take
it is. I mean, it lasted like 6 months, so pretty well.
Just kidding.
But but I think that's the thing is like I think just being upfront and honest about it is the difference. Where it's like, I'm always like, okay, I don't want to lead anybody on. Like I've said to girls, I'm like, we're in I guess now it's like more of a friends and benefit thing, but I'm like, I don't want to go on dates with you. I don't want to do that because like that's where it can make things confusing. Where it's like you start doing more of the relationship thing. I'm like, all right, then this is different than what I expected. That makes sense. But I'm also very upfront about things. I'm not.
Yeah.
20 years of therapy, dude. You learn to talk about your feelings. All right. You learn to be very fucking straightforward. Yeah, you have to be.
After 21, you'll stop being in situations.
Oh no, I quit after 20. I was good.
All right, we got some commenters. We've got men in the South marry women they hate all the time.
Oh.
That's very true.
I think the
They
problem
marry
is
so early.
Well,
Bummer,
half the
man.
time they're family
They don't
members.
think about it.
We also got. I think the problem is so many situationships nowadays have broken all 10 of those up. So many people are fully dating now and won't call it that they say it's a situationship. Okay. Call in if you wrote that. We need you to decipher. Thank you. But I don't know. I feel like friends with benefits is different from a situationship.
I never thought of it that way. I always thought
Yeah.
they were
I feel like at
I
least
thought they
friends
were
with
synonym-
benefits are like
synonyms.
this is like
Friends with benefits, like who uses that scenario? Like I don't call it that anymore.
I've heard
I feel
people
like
say
like,
that.
It's like outdated.
Yeah, it's outdated.
That's what I'm
Like-
saying. I feel like
Like
situationship
last time
was a
I
new
heard Friends with
thing.
Benefits was like when the movie came out. I feel like now it's like situationship because
2010?
it can be so like it's just like the word hook up. Like I can be like, oh yeah, we hooked up. You have no idea what we did.
Yeah.
Like, we
Right.
could have like Sebastian kissed like from Little Mermaid. Like you don't know. But like
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's the same with situationship. It like covers so many different things. Like it could mean you guys are like an open relationship. It could mean you I don't know.
I mean, I think, and we all probably could agree that just dating, it's such a cliche thing. Like, oh, it's so fun. I think the biggest thing is lack of honesty and communication has made things so confusing.
Yeah.
Because I've like dated people who are like, oh yeah, we're dating, but we're not exclusive. I'm like, we're not dating then. I'm like, if I
Yeah,
can go
yeah.
out and fuck somebody else,
Yeah.
I disagree with you.
I
there.
You know,
I
I
think
mean,
you can date
for-
someone.
Dating's going on dates.
Uh-huh.
Like to me,
Yeah,
dating
but
is
I'm-
like,
but
yeah,
it
we're
was
dating
like-
around,
but, like,
No.
but if you're seeing somebody for like over 2 months, just them.
then
I
you're
think you had to
exclusive.
have
Yeah,
talked, though.
but you're not.
You
That's
have
the whole
to
thing.
talk.
Oh, but then
You
you,
don't
would say
know.
like we're seeing each other.
Yeah.
But like you could say we're seeing each other exclusively. You could say we're seeing each other.
Alright.
Like dating, like you could date around. You can like
I mean,
like
that's
going
true,
on dates.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, I feel
consistently,
like
like,
I've
This is
been
all,
single
like-
and I say I'm dating. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
dating.
I've been
Yeah.
like, I'm saying the same person. Like you're only seeing each other, but then you're dating, but you're like, but we're not exclusive. I'm kind of like, well, then what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, if I've gone on
Sounds
like,
like a situationship.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
exactly, and that's where it's like, and that's where lack
Yeah.
of communication comes in because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the case, and it's like,
I feel
I
like
could be doing all these
any-
other things.
I feel like a situationship falls apart as soon as you start. Like, if you have to like have the adult conversation about what's happening, it ends there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, also I think that you're right that if you're asking what are we doing, you're in a situation.
Very true, yeah.
What are we doing? It's like you're in one. Yeah.
I think that's
yeah,
the tell.
I think so. Like, I guess if it's, I mean, this also says that it's the gray area between casual dating and a committed relationship.
yeah.
So you're kind of like, you might not even be sure. You're like, oh, we could be serious, but we're not. I don't really know how they feel. And I mean, yeah, like Tommy said, this all just comes down to like, why don't you talk about it then? Like, just
Yeah.
spit it out.
I,
If you
guess,
wanna do
I think
this
that's
or
the
not.
biggest thing is just talking. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are upfront about
Because
stuff.
also by Jack's definition, if you're friends with benefits, you've also talked about it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you've decided
Yeah.
that it's just going to be this casual thing. So the only way you can be in one is if you're not talking about it.
And I feel like now, even more so than fear of commitment, I think it's almost fear of clarity.
Yeah.
I
It
feel-
is
or vulnerability.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Like a fear of like actually opening up that part of you, like let someone close.
Right.
Yeah, like somebody's like, "Are we really doing it?" And the other person's like, "Well, we're just having fun. We're
Yeah.
just goofing around."
And like fear of
let's
being
keep
the
doing what
first
we're
one
doing.
to like be more
What-
interested.
and
Yeah.
then somebody else, yeah.
And then what if they're not?
Dude, Haley and
Then
I
you
went on
get
a couple
rejected,
dates. She
and
let me
then-
down very easily,
I
and
know.
we're still good friends.
I
I'm not
know, I
kidding.
know.
It was fun. We had a great time, dude.
We did.
We
did.
dude, I tell people about we went on a date at the Mint, and we went to a random
love
high
the
school
Mint.
battle of the bands by accident. And
Yeah.
we met Chad Smith from the Red Hot
We
Chili
had a bunch
Peppers.
of like 17-year-olds, and I was like, "This is what
Dude,
you wanted to bring
Met
me."
Chad Smith, his
Smith,
kid was
let's go.
playing. We had a great time, but we've been friends. That was like almost 2 years ago. That was
No,
like
that
around
was
this
like
time.
5 years.
Yeah, it was
4 years
it was a
ago.
while ago, but ever since then, but we
Wow,
still
so
hang
you
out.
remember
Like
differently.
I've been to her house for beer Olympics. We've hung out. It's been
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, though, is like she was also very clear about it. She was like, "I like you, but I don't see you as like my person." I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
And but like I think that's the problem. Is like
I think
everyone's
people-
afraid to
well,
be
my
honest.
thing is like, why lead someone on? And like, I literally was like, Tommy's fucking awesome. I still want you in my
Yeah.
life. And I was like, romantically, like, this is just not where I am.
Mhm.
And like, why not be honest and clear? And I think it like now
Mm,
it's never
that-
been weird
Yeah,
ever.
it's never been weird. And I think that's the thing. I was like, people are afraid of being honest because they're like, oh, it's gonna be weird. It's like things are only weird if you make them weird.
Mhm.
Like if you're just like, okay, that's cool, and then you move
can-
on, and you're just like, oh, but we get
It's
along,
also
we
like,
can be
don't
friends.
waste
Yeah.
people's time. I think that's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah.
Like why I get myself into situationships is because like I'm now in my 30s. I'm a woman dating in my 30s, and like I'm not gonna waste my time on someone. Like I'm looking for someone I want to like actually partner up with.
Mhm.
But it's like I'm not ready to tell you I'm your girlfriend and be exclusive to you, unless I actually see you as a viable partner. So it's like in that case, like I will keep it incredibly like open-ended until I'm like, okay, maybe
Certain.
I see this, because I'm not gonna like waste my time going through a freaking breakup or
Well,
like that's I'd
and
rather just be like, listen, actually it's over. You know?
Well, it was smart. I applaud her for doing that. It never would have worked. She's a Patriots fan. I never could have fucking married into that.
Okay, I think we had someone comment. I think that they said that they think situationships are fine until you hit age 25.
Wait,
Yeah.
what for
First one.
3 when you're graduating college for 2 years? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know
What do you
about that.
Gotta grow up then.
No, I think like
I'll read the comment here. I think situationships are fine if you're under 25. It's hard to tell what's what, so I think allowing for some grace during that young adulthood time is fine. But after that, I think it gets less and less cool and almost excruciating.
I mean,
Either know what you want or leave me alone.
at 25, your frontal lobe's not
That's
even
a-
fully
that's a
developed.
woman.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let's
Situationship
also-
forever.
Yeah. Till we die.
Till death. Yeah,
Till- There are situationships in the old folks' home. I'm all about it.
Yeah, in the retirement home.
That's crazy. I don't
So
think.
what are we?
I don't think that's true. I don't know. I don't
Maybe
like.
they meant to type 35. I don't
No,
know.
they definitely meant 25. They said young
They
adult.
said young. Yeah.
Us young adults at 34.
I didn't enter into my first situationship until I was like 30.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, same. I feel like in my early 20s, I was like, I only want to, like, I don't know. I feel like I was way more particular. Now I'm like, all right, next, get them in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think it can be as long until you're ready. They agree.
Yeah.
Until you're ready.
Pump for confirmation.
I mean, it definitely has a negative connotation. Always like, I'm in an awesome situationship.
Yeah, that's not
So
like
I-
go
crazy.
to. Yay.
Yeah.
Guess
I
what,
was-
guys? I'm in a situationship.
Yeah.
Situationship.
Let's get
party.
brunch.
I think, and
Get
also,
it?
Tommy, you said that it's not weird unless you make it weird, but that's not true. I think if you just if you don't talk about stuff, I mean, that might be considered making it weird.
Well,
But if you start dating and they're dating more and more, and you're like, oh, we're hanging out once a week, and now we're hooking up, and now we're hanging out 2-3 times a week, but we're not boyfriend, girlfriend. We haven't had the conversation. It's like, now you're kind of in a situationship and you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You didn't make it weird, but you're seeing each other a lot. You clearly enjoy each other's company. You
I'm
don't
sa-
want to just bang and leave. So now, just by dating a lot, you're now in a situationship.
I was saying it's only weird if you make it weird when you have the conversation. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
saying
yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
saying like
yeah.
well we like it could have been weird, but it wasn't, because it was like, okay, this is like
Yeah.
it's how you handle it. That's what I think it's weird. It's only weird if you make it weird when you have the conversation. I think not saying anything automatically will make it weird,
Yeah.
because you do leave it open ended on like
yeah.
one person could be more into it than the other, or somebody
Or like
might
someone
meet
ghosts
somebody,
the other and,
ghost
like, it's, like,
somebody,
that's
or
so
meet
mature,
somebody.
too.
Yeah, there's so much shit.
But also, I think too, you kind of get a feel for situationships, like as you're coasting through them, like the cadence of like how much you're texting or talking, like how
Yeah.
frequent and how interested they want to like hang out. And like I've definitely had situationships that I've like been seeing for a little while, and then I kind of just like fizzle out instead of like even having a combo. I'm just like, well, they're not texting me, and I'm not gonna text them, and
Yeah, you just let it
And
die
The
out.
mutual fizzle.
let it
Yeah.
die.
I am the
Um,
fizzler.
I mean, I think ghosting is incredibly immature. Like, just say how you
Oh,
feel.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, don't like. It's
That-
so annoying waiting for someone to text you if
That-
you like someone.
Yeah, ghosting had its day in the sun, but I think we
It's
all
dead.
agree
I'm
it's
like,
so
grow
weak.
up.
It's
Yeah.
so weak.
It is.
Can't be doing that. Say one
Who
send one
cares?
text you weekly.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
say, hey, I had a lot of fun, but this isn't what I'm looking for. Like, I
What-
can't
okay,
believe
how-
that was
okay.
like the standard.
What are the parameters for it to be a mutual fizzle or a ghost situation?
Like if someone texts you 2 or 3 times,
I think as soon as there's
then
multiple,
clearly they're
then
interested
yeah,
in like hearing from
you
you.
gotta say something.
But like if you hang out, like I had a situation. How like can I talk about anything?
you can talk about
Sure.
whatever
You can talk
want.
about whatever you want, dude.
Like, I was-
this is
Any-
therapy.
I was
Anything
sleeping
but
with
Israel.
This is
someone-
my extra year of therapy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
sleeping with someone for a little while, and we were using protection. And they were like, "Okay, well, you know, if you want to get exclusive, we don't have to like we don't have to use protection." I was like, "No, put it on. Like, I'm good." And like
Mhm.
after that, we like
Yeah,
he
that was
never
it.
texted me again, and I never texted him again. And it was like, okay, cool. Like,
You're like, got it.
And like that was kind of our way of him being like, I kind of want to be exclusive, and me being like, nope, not
Yeah, and him
happening.
being
And so like
I'm out.
I think like that was a really funny way, because I think that's also like some people are super particular about like using protection and some people aren't. So I think that's another conversation, like when someone doesn't want to use it anymore and the other person's like, yeah, I'm good. Let's keep on using that thing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I've had friends who have realized they were in a situationship over that.
Yeah.
They're like, let's not. And we're like, no, we're gonna.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
I
know
had
what's
someone
happening.
I had someone gaslight me kind of into getting tested. Like they were like, I'm
They
really
gaslit you?
particular. I really like need this for me. So I was like, okay, yeah, like I'll go get tested. I went, got tested, handed over my test. Turns out 4 months later, the guy had a girlfriend. That's why he wanted me to get tested.
Tough. Oh.
Crazy.
Men are pigs.
Yeah.
Sloppy jalopy.
What a situationship that one was.
Trying to hit it raw. And
I don't know if
big
you're. I
back
don't know if that's a
girlfriends.
situation.
Wow.
I think it's a mistress.
Yeah. I don't know
Stop
if
being
that's
the other woman.
Do you guys think that situationships are just relationships without any sort of accountability?
Dude, I feel like everyone has a different definition. Like I said, like
I
for
know,
me, like if
we
I'm in a
haven't landed on one.
situationship, like there's no parameters that this could be a relationship. Like I'm like, we're not like it's straight physical. Like it's like we'll hang out, but like we're not going on dates. I'm not spending all this money because it's like I don't want that. Like I like spending time with you.
Consider it. I mean, what do you call the space between like being on the like dating those first couple of dates and being in a committed relationship? Like, what if you're on the fourth date and you're not like, hey, will you be my girlfriend? But you guys
but it's like
each
if I'm
other
genuinely interested in like the mindset of like, oh, I really like this person. Like I would actually want to see if there's something there. That's just how I am though. Like I'm very like, oh, if I like this person, like, yeah, let's see what happens. But like if it's somebody I'm just like hooking up with, I'm never gonna like it literally is like me just being like, there's nothing outside of this.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, you know, and I'm honest to a fault, and I'm sure girls fucking hate me for it, but I'd rather say that than lead them on and take them on dates. And then also if they like me and then I'm like, oh no, like we're good. Yeah. Like I'd rather just be upfront and honest about things. So.
Yeah. I think you can't really get that in trouble though in a situationship because it's so undefined. Like, unless you do have explicit rules where like, hey, we're, you know, like I've been in a situationship before that was like, okay, we're emotionally exclusive, but we're not physically exclusive. So like you can't like date, but you can like get physical wherever you want because you have like, and that's also like a defined rule, communication, but also like so convoluted.
Did you call it a situationship when you were in it?
I mean, it was a situationship by definition. I wasn't like, yeah, I'm in a situationship.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Like anyone does that.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think that there's people who are more inclined towards like gearing? Because like I feel like I found myself in situationships out of just being like, I don't want to commit. I want to protect myself. I want to get hurt if I'm just seeing 6 people all at once.
Yeah.
You're just like naturally create this like barrier around you where you're like, okay, I don't have to be vulnerable. I don't have to do any of this, but I'm getting all the like mirage of a relationship without actually having to do anything.
Yeah, I think too many men do that. It's called the Peter Pan syndrome, where they never want to grow up and settle down and buckle in and
21 for life.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
if they don't want to, then they don't want to.
But men
like,
don't really have like, and this is just being like completely honest. Like men don't really have a clock that they have to like abide by.
100%.
So it's like,
we take
like a guy could have a
advantage
kid at 60 years old. So like, what's their rush? Like they could wait for the next best thing.
Yeah, Al Pacino's pumping
Whereas
about
like
it
girls,
too.
like in your 30s, it's like, all right, get cooking. Like your family's like, all right, when are we gonna get a grandkid? You're like, you got to find a freaking husband out there first, or whatever you find.
But I mean, it's like the
someone to
Peter Pan thing is like, you know.
Like
what if you just don't want it? You just don't want. I mean, you just don't like. That's got to be okay too.
Yeah,
it's like kind of like a weird false societal pressure.
But there are
like,
so many.
Okay, settle down. And you're like, I don't want it. I'm chilling.
The thing is, though, there's so many guys out there who like Casanova you and will like sweep you off your feet and like take you on all these dates and like romanticize you and then be like, oh, you know, I'm just not ready right now. Or like something like that, and then this is a waste of my time again.
I think I know what that is.
Yeah, definitely never done that to anyone before. Yeah.
But I think it's one of the, I mean, like, it's, I think a lot of people who find themselves in these are probably prone to like sex and love addiction. And it's one of those things where you find yourself kind of in these situations a lot because it feels so normal and easy without having to do anything. But I think the final number, I think it's 1 in 20 people suffer from a sex and love addiction.
Love
5%
addiction?
people.
Sex and love addiction.
Like being in love.
Well, yeah. Well, it's more like you're using those feelings and just on a tear where you're like, oh, I love getting into a scenario where these feelings come up.
Like that
And then all of a
passionate,
sudden you're like, I'm actually not ready for a relationship.
Yeah, okay.
You're like, we just did all the things that we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Sex and love addiction is a behavioral disorder characterized by compulsive, uncontrollable patterns of sexual behavior or romantic obsession, often functioning as a coping mechanism for emotional distress or trauma. It involves a cycle of high-intensity pursuit of partners or fantasy, often leading to severe dysfunction, isolation, and betrayal in relationships.
You can also do, there's like a worksheet with they have like 20 questions where you can kind of self-diagnose.
Can I hand those out around Venice?
Yeah, you can. Well, and that's like my
Like
thing
here,
is-
applications.
I think a lot of people have no idea how pervasive it is. And I think a lot of people go through their whole lives without really clocking it. And they're like, wow, why are all my relationships so stressful and crappy and like hot and cold? And it's usually a lot of addicts either find each other or when they don't, they just destroy someone.
Jesus.
Totally. Speaking from
God.
experience,
Annihilate
Jack.
someone.
Sounds awful.
Yeah,
It's tough.
Brutal.
they just destroy someone.
Do you guys think someone's always losing in a situationship?
No,
No.
not always. Sometimes, not always.
Most of the time?
No,
Probably
I've walked
most
away
of the
from
time.
a few
you
like
think most of the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably most of the time.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
like the friends with benefits thing. Like always someone's gonna end up
Yeah.
having feelings.
I don't think always. I think I've walked away from some being like, cool, you're good, I'm good later.
Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
that plenty of times.
Yeah, where it's
Yeah.
like no skin off my like I don't know. There's some people that you find that are just like fun to hang out with, fun to hook up with, but like you really just don't get past that. And
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, those are situationships too, where it gets to
Yeah.
a point where like this isn't really serving me anymore.
Yeah.
And
But do you feel like you're the one who's pulling the trigger,
Yeah,
ending
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So
no,
they're
no.
losing.
I've had probably like two that we've like
You're like, I'm actually over this. They're like, yeah, so am I.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank God
Yeah.
you said that. 'Cause I've been thinking that this whole time. And Mom, please this weekend.
Neither
Yeah.
of us are losing.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I think there's some that are losing and some that are just like, yeah, it's just fun. High five. See you around.
Mhm.
Yeah, just throw a high five on the way out. You know, good game. Hey.
When it gets a little more emotionally layered and deep, that's when someone gets hurt. But if you keep it cool
Yeah.
the whole time,
Yeah.
Just the sex.
yeah.
Do we want to go to some of our submitted answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question was, are situationships just fear of commitment? This person says, no, that simplifies it too much. I also think if it's strictly physical, like friends that are physical, and that is outlined from the very beginning, it's fine. Situationships suck mostly because most of the time, at least one person is lying. I've been in extended situationships with people I really enjoyed. They just weren't people I wanted to marry, to be blunt. If that ever changed, we spoke on it. Communication is key. I'm not poly. I assume it's the same for most poly situations.
All right, we're getting a caller. 1 second.
Big caller.
Hey, you're tuned into Long Time No See. Happy Monday. We'd love to know what you're thinking.
Hey.
Who is it?
Maybe ask who's calling and where from.
Yeah, this is Lo.
Hey.
Okay. I kind of like lost track of a lot of things. I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about, but my quick little take to this question is I feel like we call it fear of commitment because it sounds more sympathetic, but actually a lot of the times it's just somebody not choosing you fully, and it's not even that they're afraid to commit, they're just afraid to say that out loud, that they don't want to commit to you. So people are actually like pretty clear how they feel in a lot of situationships, but there's this like psychological tendency to avoid discomfort. So instead of being honest, you choose to stay in this ambiguity. And philosophically, it's almost like people want the freedom, obviously, of being single and the intimacy of being in a relationship. This isn't like rocket science. Everybody knows that this is like what situationships are made of, but people just don't want to reconcile the two. But I feel like saying like, oh, it's just a fear of commitment actually oversimplifies it. Like a lot of the time when it's not even people being afraid to commit, they just don't want to commit to you.
Yeah.
The hard
Mic
truth.
drop.
Yeah.
That
Hard
was a
truth.
hard
Yeah.
truth.
So
Really
it's like,
good.
Yeah.
You in therapy,
Observation.
Lola? What the hell?
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy. You a therapist?
Are you a
dude? Don't
therapist?
call.
Yeah.
You're a therapist. No therapist call in. Yeah.
I can't hear you guys, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It was
All right,
really
thank
funny.
you,
I
Lola.
wish you heard it.
Yeah. Watch it
You'll-
later.
yeah, watch it
Sorry
back.
about it, you guys.
Thanks for
Thanks,
calling in. We
Lola.
Thank
appreciate it,
you.
Lola. Happy Monday.
So yeah,
Uh,
that's step. That's
Afraid
step.
of commitment to the single person.
Yeah. That steps on the Peter Pan theory a little bit too. It's like I just want to be free or whatever. It's just like you're
I
not my
just don't
forever
like you.
person. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is also tough. You want to protect people's feelings. Like at some point, it's just like you can definitely be too honest and just be like, yeah, you're not my this.
Shit or get off the pot. Dude.
Fuck.
Just
Exactly.
say it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people who go through like, I mean, I might even be one of them who go through like 3-month relationships and then end 3-month relationship and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think I've been in probably like 10 3-month relationships where
Yeah,
I'd be like,
yeah.
no, and it's like if you're not seeing them forever, then why waste your time or their time?
Yeah.
Especially if it's starting to get serious and like
Yeah.
vulnerable, and you're just like, hey, this is
Yeah, dating people's still like fun and interesting. I mean, I think that puts so much pressure on a relationship, and I seem to be the only person not in LA that actually likes dating and going on the apps and meeting
I
new
love
people and
dating.
stuff.
I like
But, like,
dating.
but
Dating's fun, dude.
dating's fun.
People like, I mean, when people, I mean, I understand that, like you're saying, like you're on the clock now and you actually are looking for your forever person. But as soon as you're looking for your forever person, you can be on the first date and be like, oh, they, whatever, I don't like their nails, or like they take a sip of their beer and they go, I don't like that, so like you're just like writing people off like too soon. And yeah, and so I mean, it is kind of funny because even when I seriously, that kind of bother me, they're always 5 minutes late 100% of the time. Like
that's not
can I have a wife that's always
that's
5
getting
minutes
into
late,
like deal breakers and red flags.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Whereas I think that 5 minutes late is not a deal breaker, but like there are other things like, and I know pretty early on, like I know right away if I'm gonna kiss that person on a date or not, and that's pretty telling to me if I'll ever see them again.
Yeah.
And like generally, like I can tell I've gone to probably over 100 first dates, and like most of the time I don't think I'll ever see the person again.
Yeah.
We saw each other again.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go.
Nice.
Or are scared.
Scared of being alone.
I think that's the big one.
That's the
It's
big-
just
that
like
is a-
the. I think that person doesn't like me the way that would be awesome, fulfilling, and like. Don't care.
Girl thing. Like I don't think girls are just like yeah, I'll get in this situationship because I don't want to be alone. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste time. So like for me, I'm like, if it doesn't suit me, out the door. Whereas like maybe a 25-year-old, back to the 25-year-old, maybe they'll like sit around in a situationship while something better comes along. But I don't think they're like holding out on a relationship because they're like, I don't want to be alone. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think
But
the
I
big
think-
one.
I used to do that like when I was younger. Like I would
Right.
just,
Like I think it's a younger
stay-
thing.
Yeah. Like now, no. The only reason that I was in a situationship was because I didn't date anybody for like a really long period of time. And I was like nervous about like being in a relationship. So I was like,
Yeah.
situationship.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
but almost.
Foot in,
That
one foot
feels
out.
like
It didn't last very long.
But I think too, if you do just get out of a relationship, you just jump right into another. So I feel like sometimes that leads to a situationship while you're like, okay, I still need to like
Yeah.
figure out what's going on with my brain because I'm like,
Oh, I've been rebounded many. I've been a rebound a lot.
Rebound guy.
I'm a rebound guy, and it's
Yeah.
fine. But I know that going into it, because also like I'm like, yeah, like this is fine for me because it's like I also am like, yeah, I'm the rebound. I
no
don't-
vulnerability.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I'm
have
like,
to
okay,
do
like they're
anything.
coming out of something, they're figuring it out. I like this person to hang out with, like great. But like I'm like, that's fine. I'm cool being a rebound. I'm fine being a rebound.
I feel like there was like this weird pocket of time where I was being like so many people's like between boyfriend to boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can tell you do not take me serious at all.
100%.
But it's fun and it's different from what the guys you kind of entertain me while you're still going on other dates to find the real person.
Yeah.
Like good luck, Chuck.
Yeah, exactly.
The holdover guy. Yeah.
Do we want to go over some of the submitted responses?
Also, do you think you're fine being the rebound guy until you really like one, and then
yeah,
just rebound? You're like,
I mean, yeah, no, that's happened to me. I've caught myself like falling for. I'm a Jack knows I'm a little hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
And I've caught myself being the rebound and then be like, "Fuck, I really like this person." It doesn't work out, and then I'm like, you know, in my feelings.
Yeah.
I'm going Drake and stuff. So.
Well, yeah, it's also like this has happened recently, but like I don't know. I guess guys are a little bit different. It sounds like if you don't like someone, you're like, I'm not going on a second date or whatever. But I'm sure like I'll give it a sec or like give it a try. Let's go on a couple dates. So like if they go well enough, I'm like, let's go on a second and a third date or whatever. And then if they're like, no, like we went on 2 dates and I had fun, I like you, but I'm good. They're like, I'm fine. You're like, I'm fine too. I don't even. What am I doing here? Like, why did I even want to go? Like, I wasn't even super stoked to go on a third date, and now you're telling me no. And I'm like, I just got rejected by someone I didn't even like. Yeah.
It's so funny. I remember, I was kind of doing the same thing where it's just like I go on the first date, and it's like, nope.
I've done that.
Nope. Like you would like immediately like, no, not going to see you again. Not even going to pretend.
You
like,
still have a good time. And you think
whatever.
That
you do the
their
thing.
life.
You're like, woo, and then you leave, and you're like, we'll literally never hear from you again, or from me. And it was funny because my therapist at the time was like, maybe you're like coming in with like such insane expectations. Like you're sitting down, basically someone who's auditioning to be your potential wife.
Yeah, that's what.
And you're like, all right, like do it.
That's way too
my
much
wife.
Okay, so I have that conversation with him, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna chill out. If it's kind of fun, it seems interesting, then I will do a date. I will initiate a date too, because I don't need to be like absolutely floored by a first date.
Totally.
And so it was so funny because then so I went on this first date. It was like just after went on first date. It was like fine. It was like fun, but like it was one of those where I was like, if I hadn't just done this like session with my therapist, I would have never texted this person again. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. Like, I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna just like. I know it wasn't like miraculous or anything, but try. And so then I hit her. She goes, I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Yeah,
I was just trying to be a good guy.
Yeah. That's why the apps are kind of funny because like
So
that's exactly.
The apps like you can swipe and you're like basing off of pictures and a few prompts, and you
I
can
know,
meet
it's
someone in
nothing.
person, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know immediately. Whereas like in the wild, which is why in the wild dating is so much more fun because you actually
agree.
get, like,
Oh,
personality
so
space,
much
you get,
better.
Someone did a really good job. They were like, it's kind of like looking at a map, even a shittier map, I would say, and being like, oh, this is California. And you're like, it's so much different than this like map of California. Like there's so much more texture to people than what you get on an app, which is like 6 photos.
But I mean,
And
that's
it's
just a
fun.
way to go on
like
a
when you
date.
meet
I
in
mean,
person, though, like you can actually
You can
talk about
feel
personality.
it.
That's
you can,
what
like,
the
feel
first
the
You
date
can
is
get a
for,
bot.
though.
Yeah.
But like on a dating app, you're basing off of pictures, a few messages here and there, then you're meeting in person, and then you're like, fuck, now I've just been an hour and a half with this person where like I never would have swiped right on you in person.
Someone is saying
that
that they're like dating apps are just a good way for you meeting a bunch of people you have no business ever meeting.
Yeah, when you go, meeting people on dating. I mean, that's what we met. But but that's like it is the thing where it is that it's like you're meeting people that you never should meet.
Yeah.
It's just the way, and it's exactly that. Like it is 100% dating apps are based off physical attraction. Like the message, because you can't tell anybody's personality through messages.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I find this person attractive. Let's go out. And then you're like, oh fuck, like I can't stand this person.
Yeah.
And it's exactly that. And then you're there
for an hour
and a half.
and
Yeah.
you're like,
That's not that much to sacrifice though.
no,
Like,
I
mean,
trust
it's a
me,
night out
the
of
amount
your
of
week,
first
like-
dates I've gone on and they think that they're the best night of their life, and I'm like, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, you always have to make them think they're having a good time, and then you have a good time in the
Manipulate them. You have to manipulate them.
You have to manipulate
You have to
them.
manipulate
in the
them.
charity, and sometimes you even go on a second date with them.
yeah. You meet Chad Smith.
You hear
This
that,
goes
Tommy?
great.
You got duped. She actually had no
I-
fun.
Literally use the word charity is tough.
Oh,
It's
Chad
tough to
Smith's
hear.
here. Cool.
Yeah.
17-year-olds. Oh.
The mint, huh? All right. So this person says, no, a situation is not just fear of commitment. It's much more complicated than that, which is why the term itself makes me want to upchuck.
I love that.
I'd love to be erased from. I'd love for it to be erased from the cultural zeitgeist. The fact that we aren't even calling it just casual sex, F buddies, FWB, indicates that the lines of emotional and sexual intimacy have already been blurred in these types of relationships. The typical situation of a situationship: one person is being an idiot, thinking that the other person will change throughout the course of their intimate interactions, while the other person has a false illusion of control. As a generation, we are so obsessed with labeling that we had to create new terms to label the not labeling. And this is by far the worst of labels.
Who wrote that? Jane Austen?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The situationship endorses couple-like behaviors without a safety net. A situationship breakup cuts the deepest because it no longer feels like a result of incompatibility. There are no rules. It's just the Wild West, and you end up grieving something that didn't technically exist. Wake up. Hashtag no more relationships 2026 heart.
Man, this
No more relationships.
And that was situationship. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Hashtag, yeah.
Well,
Hashtag yes to
anarchy.
law.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been thinking about it. Like, what would you call an ex situationship? Like, I would be like, oh yeah, that's someone
Gal I
I like
dated.
used to see, or like, or
Yeah.
a guy I used to date. Like, even I was in Whole Foods yesterday, and I'm walking. This guy I used to hook up with, standing there, and I was like, oh, what's up? And he literally went like this and curved me and walked the other way, and I was like, sick, great. Like,
Yeah.
didn't think we ended bad, but
Right.
I guess it was one of those ones that.
Yeah.
But like to me, I'm like, oh, I just ran into like an ex
Yeah.
partner, like, but like he's not my ex. We never dated. We never.
Yeah,
just, you know.
When did situationships? When did that word come out?
Dude, it's got to be like the last 5 years, I feel like.
It's definitely not old.
No.
Which is weird because it's funny because like even how you just referenced like, oh, this is someone I saw.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing someone
Mid 2010s.
mid
Mid
2010s.
2010? Really?
Because then it
was
feels
probably-
like
yeah.
it feels like
Jeez.
seeing
The
someone.
very
is
first
kind
time
of a
ever was
situationship
2009.
thing.
Yeah. Like seeing
I am
someone
seeing someone right now,
is like consistently.
but we don't
seeing
have
someone.
anything defined.
I think that's almost just like, I mean, I would probably just say I've been dating this gal. It's like we've gone on 4 dates, but she's not my girlfriend.
Mhm.
So like, but that could like, I mean, there's almost a time period in there
That's
before you ask them, hey, so what are you really looking for? You know, like where it is kind of a situationship just because you haven't talked yet. I mean, the talking is what takes it out of this category, because then you're friends with benefits, you're nothing, or you're actually dating, or you're about to be actually dating.
I've noticed
So-
a lot of times, like in situationships, people will be like, yeah, like if I was seriously dating you, if I was ever, seriously dating you, like, like if we were
That's-
seriously
yeah.
dating, and they like talk about it in a future tense, and you're like, oh, you're very clearly not ready to
So
date.
considerate.
And
Yeah.
I think that's a scapegoat that a lot of people use to like have the conversation,
It's
but
the
not have the conversation,
Wanna
where they're like alluding to being like, yeah, if we were ever to seriously like take this seriously.
Yeah.
And like, but then by saying that, you're like, okay, so you're not ready to like do this.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, that's
like,
sort of a
no,
weak.
it's my
That's
girl.
I don't know. That
I
seems
don't
just
wanna
kind of
We're
rude
gonna
as
date.
hell,
Pick
honestly.
her.
Like,
I hear it all the time.
She'll move
if I were to really date you,
Come on, there you go.
it's like
In the
all right,
future, if we were to
enough.
ever like take this
Good
seriously,
job.
like,
All right, that's
Okay,
so,
great,
that's
heard.
just such a these people suck. That's just an
Do
annoying
you
thing
feel
to
like
say.
you're just getting hit with that energy because you aren't taking them seriously?
honestly, yes.
Like it might be
Because
just
I
like
think
go
I
fuck
come off.
yourself.
I think
like
I come off very much like I don't care, like whatever, like go ahead, I'll find something. Like I'm very like aloof with it all, and I think that has been taken as being like, oh, she's not into it,
yeah.
and then them.
and
trying
then
to play
people try to.
people.
You okay?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm very limited with the dog.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. Sorry.
Get him,
Let me
dude.
distract.
Chilling.
She was here first, dude.
I know. I can't move my arm.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds like almost a defense mechanism type of thing. Like, oh, I don't care either. Actually, I actually don't care either. Like,
Yeah.
It is. It's a complete defense
Yeah,
mechanism. I've got, it's
and you're
like,
trying to convince yourself too.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, this person doesn't like me. I don't like you either. You know,
I do
it's
that.
like.
But
well,
this is
come
the
on
thing
now.
that makes
I've been
me think
doing it.
it's almost like someone's losing all the time.
yeah. I know what you mean. I don't know. Do you think here's a random thought? This is a side note. I don't want to change the topic, but do you think situationships have led for the males for the male loneliness epidemic? Because we're like afraid of like we're just so used to it, and then like we're lonely because like we're actually committing to just that instead of actually investing in anybody.
I would say so. Like, I think it's so, like I said, it's kind of like the mirage of a relationship that you get. It
That's a good
feels,
analogy. I like
thank
that.
you. It feels like you're in one, you're getting the physical intimacy you want, but without any of like the emotional depth that's needed for like really connecting
Yeah.
with the partner. So then now it's now been just completely hollowed out. You're using the apps to kind of find that. People already don't hang out with each other that much.
Yeah.
If you don't have a strong like friend group and this is kind of your thing, you're not, it's like a house built on sand. You're like, this is not going to work.
It's not
You're not going to
stable.
feel that like
No.
connection that you are
And
craving.
I feel like a lot of times too, you like kind of start to get into a relationship, like not really trusting the other person. Like,
Absolutely.
like when I start dating someone, I'm like, I do not trust what they're doing. I like
Yeah.
know that they're not only seeing me. So like, because they're not only seeing me, like maybe I'll go see it. Like, I feel like I immediately am like, you haven't specified that like you want a girlfriend. And because of that, I'm not going to like,
You keep your barriers up.
yeah, for sure.
I felt like I kept so many relationships so hollow because of that fear, to be like, then I would be like in the spot where I'm like entertaining like several people at once. And it's because you're like, okay, this is like some bulletproof shield I've put around me
Yeah.
where no one's going to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
Oh, you
because
don't
I
like me?
give a
Well, I've
shit
got
about
two other people.
anybody.
Yeah.
'Cause
yeah.
I mean, I've definitely done that. I've definitely gone in just being like, the less I invest, the more I'm protected.
Yes.
And I think that's another thing too. I agree with you on that, where I think like people go in with that mindset of like, I think people go in also with the mindset of like, especially app dates, like how many people are like, oh, I have a date. I'm at, and like, oh, where'd you meet? It's like on the app. And like you go in being like, it's not going to work. So I think when you go in with that, I think a lot of people are like that
Yeah.
now, where they go in with the mindset, they're like, oh, this isn't even going to work. What's the point? I'm just going to go do it. Like you said, spend an hour and a half of my life and then be like, well, that was a waste.
Yeah.
And it's just like, instead
Well,
of
that's
like
why I
being,
stay friends with people after.
yeah, that's good. Oh, thanks. But like, yeah, I think like, I don't know. I think that's like another thing too. I think it's just like, I do think like online, like the apps, especially like, it's because it's one of those things like, remember growing up, it was like, basically apps are early childhoods. It's just on the touch of our phone. Like, instead of, we're in literally Hinge, Bumble, whatever you're on is internet dating. But I think it's so accessible to us now that we just kind of go in. We're like, yeah, this is just something we do. It's part of society. It's
People are
something we
addicted
do.
to swiping because it makes you feel wanted, and
It
makes you
does.
feel like when I'm
It's
literally
dopamine.
bored and I feel like no one's on my radar, I'm like, I'll open the apps and I'm just like, like I can go through 50 people that think I'm cute, and I'm like, all right, I feel good now. Not even like matching,
Never
talking.
thought-
to it's just a hit to be like, oh yeah, like
It's a
you're
high.
wanted,
That's a
you're
girl.
desired.
It's a high.
Yeah, it's not happening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a gal thing. Yeah.
It just like makes you feel like desired, and you're like, all right, got my hit. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. So I don't know. I think like, but I do think the online dating has led to situationships being more of a thing because everything is so fucking casual now that the
I
idea of
think
like,
it's definitely way easier because of that.
yeah, it is.
What, dating?
100
No,
No,
like
situation.
finding yourself in situationships.
Yeah, because you just meet somebody, whatever.
Well,
It's
it's
that's
also
like-
like now you don't. I
there's
feel
more
like those-
options, which is not necessarily a
like-
bad thing.
I feel like people who were like cruisers and like, I go to bars to like
cruisers.
sleep with women and meet people.
Yeah.
Don't even have to leave their couch anymore.
No.
Yeah, you just have someone come over.
Yeah, legit. It's
Boop, boop, boop,
crazy,
boop, boop,
but it
like-
could work.
It does work.
Yeah, it's
like it's
nuts.
just how you do it, which is crazy.
Yeah, I try. I always say, I'm like, for like, especially guys, I'm like, any guy that could just go up to a girl at a bar or whatever, I'm like, bro, you're so far ahead of every other dude there. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
most guys are so afraid to go to women.
And
or whatever.
that's so pathetic. That's
Isn't
what-
it?
yes.
It's crazy where I'm just like,
if
go have
somebody
fun.
that comes up and talks to me, I'm like, yes, absolutely.
It piques your
Like,
interest more.
1,000%.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
so, I mean, I literally walk up to people in the bar. I'm like, hey, I think you're cute. And it like, it
Yeah.
lands.
Works 100%
And it's
of the
like,
time.
I'm
Yeah.
so fucking over people not hitting on people. It's
Yeah,
like, get
it-
over yourself and say hello.
It's crazy. It's just like, it's one of those things. But it's like, yeah, they see them on their phone. They're like, oh yeah. But it's like, if you saw this person in real life, would you actually go talk to them? Or like, if you do, you probably have a better shot than messaging them on an app.
Absolutely.
A
100%.
Yeah. And it's just,
100%.
but it's, I think because of the convenience that you can just do that and have somebody come over, like, why would I go talk to that person where it's like,
Where
I
I
can
might
just
get
go on my,
rejected.
yeah, where I could get rejected and be vulnerable, God forbid, where I could just go on my phone, swipe and be like, all right, maybe this person will come over. I don't know.
So do you think people in situationships are more scared of commitment or more scared of rejection?
I mean, I know a lot of situationships that will approach you out in the wild too, and they're the ones who are really good at it.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
They're the ones who are like pro situationshippers.
They're out and about, dude.
Yeah,
in the
they're
wild.
proud. They know they're good looking, and they know the freaking secret sauce of how to get someone home with them, and it's by hitting them on, hitting them up the bar.
I personally think situationships, from when I was in there was like a while where I was just constantly in situationships, commitment 100%. Because I'm like, I want to find the person for me, but at the same time, like I want to have fun. And I'm like, all right, well, this is easier to do because I don't really have to commit. I don't want to commit. But that's for me.
Do you think
I
we
think it was
only call it a situationship retroactively? Like it's only a situationship if it doesn't work out.
Well, then it turns into a relationship, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But also,
But that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I remember I think I was talking with Lenoci about this. It's like it's only love bombing if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Then
If it falls apart, then it's like this guy love bombed the shit out of me. But if we date the next 6 years, it's like it was amazing. Like we fell for each other instantly.
I mean, I
the
think
love
you
bombing
could say that
thing
about
is-
anything. Like I've literally been like, oh my gosh, he bought me these gifts. It was so sweet. He thought of me on his trip. Another time, like, oh my god, he bought me gifts. It was so fucking weird. He thought of me on his trip. Like you can really say that about like anything. Like it's really what your point of view and your prerogative or relationship is.
And how you feel about that person.
Yeah.
It's like you could be into somebody and they don't do that stuff for you, and you're like, oh, that sucks. And you could not be into somebody, they do that stuff for you, be like, oh, what a psychopath.
Yeah. You're like,
You're like, oh my god, I'll be on Netflix documentary.
It's like
now.
the HR meme, the handsome guy's like, oh, like you're looking nice today, and she's like, oh, you're so sweet, and then the ugly guy's like, you're looking nice today, and she's like, HR, hello.
Yeah, literally.
It's sort of that.
literally.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Situationships on the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, 100%.
Kinda, yeah.
It is 100%. It's like anything.
The string seems to be that the lack of definition. That's what makes it a situationship. Because if you go, we're friends with benefits, we're friends with benefits. We're dating, we're in a relationship. But whenever it's like we don't actually know exactly what's,
We haven't defined it yet.
yeah.
Like if you're not saying, if you're like, oh yeah, it's this guy I'm seeing, or yeah, like we've been dating, or I'm seeing him. Like if you can't be like, that's my boyfriend, then you're in a situationship, or that's my girlfriend. Like
You start using.
I don't
my
think
name,
so. I still think that's like too wide of a net for what a situationship is.
no, I'm just saying if you wouldn't say that, then like you're not in a
that
relationship.
sounds about right. I mean,
No, I think it. What are you gonna say? Like if you're just dating, like I don't think people. I don't think people I'm quote dating. I wouldn't say I'm in a situation with them.
Exactly.
I think I'm dating them.
Yeah.
But it's like
It
if
can
I
be-
like if it's like 2 months in and all we do is hook up, then I'd be like, yeah, I'm in a situationship. But if I'm like dating this person, I'm just like, yeah, I'm dating them.
it's just sort of now striking me how much we're saying this word. It's dumb.
I agree with that last comment. Let's get rid of the word.
Situationship, you
Bring
do
back
not
friends with
see-
benefits.
Yeah.
You
Just
see
like,
no wheels of this turning into anything.
Well,
Oh,
That I agree with.
I
That I
don't
agree
consider
with.
that. Like, I think you can be in a situationship where you're just both dating for like a while and you're hanging out and texting and talking a lot, but you're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet. It's like, so what so if
in
you're
a
asking
But aren't
what's
you
going
dating?
on,
Yeah.
what
dude,
are we?
I mean,
Okay,
if I'm gonna,
so you date what? Like you date every situation.
you think you can end up? Do you think you can
Every
end up?
situationship was dating. I don't think so.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that.
No,
Every
you're
if I'm in a
dating in.
situation,
I don't think
that's
I've ever
different.
been in a
on
situationship.
dates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
if I'm dating somebody, I'm dating somebody with the intention of a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not dating them with the intention to be like, oh, maybe this will be a situationship. I'll be like, no, this is a situationship.
If things work out, we'll be in a
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. I'll tell them straight up. I'll be like, this will be a situationship. I don't know. I think because that's like the thing. Is like, do you think like you could be in a situation? I hate this word. Do you think you could be in a situationship with someone and be like, oh, maybe we'll start dating?
Yes.
I-
I think
yeah.
you can.
You
Totally.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Maybe-
have
but
But
personally,
that's the
but-
predatory part
But-
about situationship.
That's
But
what
maybe
makes
that's
it a
my
situation.
thing. If I'm in a situationship with somebody, in my mind, I'm like, otherwise I would just be like, I want to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
I
would
know,
just
but
be
don't you think that the
straightforward.
other
But if you
person
don't-
is putting up with this in the hopes that you turn it around?
I mean, I do. I mean, you
For
know what?
sure.
I'm surprised there's not a number of women commenting on here, be like, that guy's an asshole. He's
Yeah,
done this
yeah.
What do
so
you
many
mean
times.
he's never been in a situation?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. Now I think of it, maybe the whole time I was like, this isn't going to be anywhere. They stuck around being like, I can change him.
Yeah,
of course.
Good luck, lady.
All right, we have another write in here in all caps, so I won't yell. But,
We know they're serious.
yeah,
No,
but you
I
know
want
they're serious.
Punctuation's important.
A situationship can refer to both a transition period or an unlabeled relationship.
Yeah.
By definition, a transition means moving towards something, whether it be friends with benefits or romantic partners. However, the situationships we talk about and which last in time are the ones where commitment and clear boundaries are absent. As a millennial sexologist, I've seen more often than not women in heterosexual relationships being in a situationship where they're being strung along, all the while hoping things / him to change. I think it's a power dynamic. I'm a queer therapist, and I've never seen this dynamic between two lesbians.
Huh? Wait, can you
They
read the
just
last
move in
like
right away
sentence?
together.
I'm a queer therapist, and I've never seen this dynamic between two lesbians.
Like I said to Jack, because they just move right in together. That's what they do.
I know. Yeah. What do lesbians bring to a second date at U-Haul?
It's a good joke, dude. You should
I
say it
mean-
on stage.
I know, my best friends are gay.
I guess I don't. I had a little phase where I was dating women, and I found that I was only down for situationships because I was like not sure what I was like open to.
Yeah. I mean,
so I don't know if I wouldn't fall in that category because like I was dating on both sides, but like there were a good amount of situationships that I was in that I was like, I'm not ready for this to be something serious because like I'm not ready
yeah.
to like.
I don't want to
figure that
deny
out.
this person's lived experience as a queer therapist, like millennial sexologist, but like,
That's crazy. I didn't know
There's
there was a millennial
definitely-
sexologist. That's crazy.
What
I didn't
about
know there was a
lesbians
title.
and bisexuals?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds exactly like a lesbian gal was probably like, come on, please, let's do this. And you're like, I just want a situation.
And I was like, I need some space. Like I'm not ready to like.
There's an example. We literally just got an example right there.
Yeah. Sorry, debug.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, anonymous.
Busted.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mythbusters.
But also like
Long
but-
time
but,
Mythbusters.
but if you're a queer therapist and lesbians are coming into your office, then they're in a serious relationship. She's not seeing any situationships. No situationship is like,
Yeah.
should we get couples
Couple
counseling?
therapy.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
I'd be like, what?
You're like, no, dude,
Yeah.
we're not even
And I
dating.
mean,
Yeah.
truly,
We're like,
like
see,
some
we need
people,
it.
Like, I don't even wanna
no
go to
matter
the
what
bar
your
with you.
sexuality is, like sometimes it's just fun to hook up with people, and you're like, I don't want to date you. Like
Yeah.
that's a situationship, especially like I have one friend who's just like she's a queen of the lesbians, and she has a lot of fun. And let me tell you, she doesn't want to date half of those girls, maybe
Yeah.
more, maybe most of them, but I don't think it applies to necessarily one.
So what was her main point? I don't think it was that she
she's-
doesn't see it in lesbians. Maybe it wasn't.
That the situations we talk about and which last in time are the ones that where commitment and clear boundaries are absent.
I think the biggest thing we've
And
been
she
talking.
thinks that women find themselves in them.
Okay, I think the biggest thing we've been talking about
Heterosexual.
is the lack of communication.
And women
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a lot better communication.
And they are than men,
Mhm.
100%. Men are
100%.
so afraid to. I mean, that's legit. Men are so afraid
Yeah.
to talk about how they're
Also,
feeling.
if you
what
have
anything.
one, yeah, I feel. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. It's like I 100% agree with Haley. It's like men are the ones that are afraid to like say anything, and for them, it's just like, God forbid, I have to be vulnerable. I could either get hurt or like I'm afraid of hurting somebody, so it's easier for me to be silent. I mean, that's what it is,
Yeah.
dude. Especially as heterosexual guys. Like I see it we've seen it in all our boys.
Yeah,
Like we're
yeah.
anomalies because we're cool.
Yeah.
But our boys are afraid of like, I don't know. It's like, it's because I recognize this because like I find it hard to even get my boys to talk to me about things.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, if you can't talk to me about stuff, I know you're not talking to women about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
100%.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, no, you just got to deal with it. And it's like, no, you don't. Yeah, you deal with it by talking about it.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing that we've been talking about in this whole idea is that the lack of communication leads to the confusion of things that makes it so frustrating to deal with and understand like what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I also think a lot of men avoid this clarifying conversation that we're talking about. Like, you know, the lack of this conversation is what makes it a situationship, is because they know that it'll end. Like,
Yeah.
it'll
Well, that's
as
my
soon
thing
as they're
with the
like-
fear
as
of
soon as-
rejection thing.
I mean,
It's like,
people
okay,
call it
well,
the-
as soon as
yeah.
we talk about this, it's over.
the what are we conversation. You're just like, I don't want to have the what are we conversation because you can be like, I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm not sure I see this forever, but I don't want to stop hanging out. And then she's like, well, was hoping this was real, and I'm not going to string myself along and break my own heart. So this is over. And you go, fuck, like, I wish we
Yeah.
didn't have that talk. because then we could have just kept doing what we were doing,
Yeah,
which was working for me, but not for you.
Yeah, and in the long haul, dude, you do gotta it's better to just fucking rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Like if that's the case, just rip it off because I don't know.
I mean,
you don't want to make someone. I don't know.
Well,
you
also,
don't want to.
yeah.
I hope people aren't there's manipulative people out there, but you don't want to be malice and string someone along for your benefit and then fucking ruin their life.
It's tough though, as if you're in a friends with benefits and you think that they're starting to catch feelings and you go, I don't think we should keep seeing each other. It's brutal because you're like, this is working for me.
Yeah.
So I want to keep going. You're like, it's not working for you. And you're also kind of going isn't it sort of up to you to break it off if it's not working for you? But at the same time, it's not working for them and is working for you. So you have to end it. And that's tricky. Like a lot of people won't do that. Because they're like, this is working for me. I'm not going to end it. They have to end it if it's not working for them. It's like you're breaking their heart here.
Yeah. Some people, if you can feel they're getting in too deep, it's like
you have to do it. Yeah.
You have
Which
to
is funny
because
it's like a 3-2. It's like a triple. You're like, first of all, I have to have this terrible conversation. And then I'm also fucking myself over. This sucks. You're like, I'm also not going to get laid anymore. This was totally work. This fun thing that was happening is now over. I have to have this terrible conversation, and they're getting their heart broken. It's like a 3-pronged. I don't want to do this,
so
and that is where
situation.
Yeah.
And that is where ghosting comes in handy.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but that's why but what you just said,
get to avoid all of that.
You said, I think that's where ghosting is used the most, is because they're like, I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
If I don't respond or do whatever, they'll get the hint instead of just being upfront about it.
Yeah.
Which I do think there are people out there that think ghosting, they're like, well, if I don't say anything, I'm not going to hurt their feelings and da-da-da. And then I think,
is even more sometimes even more painful. To have someone just sitting around being like, wait, what's going on? Why don't you like me? Or that's almost worse than being like, hey, straight up, I just don't see this working.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And I think people think their mindset's like, oh, if I ghost them, they'll get the idea. We don't have to have this awkward conversation. They'll be fine. Instead of just being like, wait, I should be honest and say what I'm feeling.
That's crazy. I thought ghosting was for third date. You're gonna be 3 months in and be now I'm
once
ghosting.
you've been to their house, I feel like they won't ghost you.
Right? You
I
better
know people that have.
Yeah, I went to their house.
Wow.
That's tough. That's a third term ghosting.
I once got ghosted, and then I saw the person in the wild, and I was like, "Oh my god, ghosts are real."
You're back from the dead. That's crazy.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hey, they reintroduce themselves. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
All right, let's read another.
Yeah. I think someone is always losing in a situationship. I don't think I've ever see it happen with 2 single people on an equal playing ground. I think somebody is typically twisting themselves in knots to make it work, while the other one could care less and hold power over. It's a bad situation. Highly don't recommend. Highly don't recommend. It says highly don't, and then recommend is capitalized. I don't know. Highly don't recommend. I don't know how to read that, but
I do think sometimes they're just convenient and fun.
I mean, yeah, that's friends with benefits, though. I think is what they're saying. I mean, it also we never really landed on a definition of situationship. A lot of the live streams are like this. We can't agree
the
on what the
definition is that there isn't really as explicit as definition.
Yeah, there's no
definition. It's like you don't know what you're doing, and you're
So-
just like, I'm just rolling with it.
You're just having fun in
yeah.
the moment until it gets serious, and then you're like, fuck this, you abandon ship.
But I think it's fun until it's not, and when it's not, you end. And if it doesn't ever get not fun, then you keep going.
Well, it's also, I think situationships are weird because how often do we realize that you can rekindle situationships too? And that's what makes it tricky too. Have any of you ever rekindled one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
Those are crazy.
And exactly, that's what's I've been.
Those are just like, I don't know. That I can't be calling that a situationship.
When
What
they
would you call
rekindle,
it?
what would you call it? When they
Like
rekindle a
repeat
situation, what a
hookups.
booty? You call it a booty call? Yeah, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, booty
bored.
call.
Oh, I thought you said a whore. I was like,
No.
oh,
Yeah.
I was
No,
like,
no, no,
Jesus.
I call them whores. Yeah. Transitionary
Call the
whores.
whores.
Yeah. It's a booty call.
it is a booty
that's
call.
what
I
it's
mean, I've
supposed
had
to be.
Is that just
situationships.
sex driven, or is it because you miss the person?
I don't know. I had one where they gave me a late booty call, and then I realized that they were seeing somebody, and I was like, oh, now I get it. Like, you're afraid of that, so I'm the rebound again.
Yeah.
You're the
It's
blankie.
no, real like
Blanky.
legit. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you're
thank
fun. I
you.
want to do this one more time before I commit to this person, and then it's
yeah.
like,
Oh, that's terrible.
oh, that's weird. I was like, now I feel like a whore.
Yeah.
Like,
Time and place. But if you find someone you truly care about and can visualize being happy with, to keep them in a situationship is a disserve to yourself and the person.
True.
I don't know what they're going with there, but why would you keep yourself in a situation where you could visualize being happy with them?
But this is back to the thing of someone wanting more out of the person, and then them
Well,
being
it is a
afraid of
little bit
rejection,
like
so you just let it sit.
like I was saying with the friends with benefits thing. It is a little bit on the person who's falling for the other, falling in love, to be like,
what are we?
Well, first, what are we? And if they say nothing, then you got to be like, that I'm catching feelings. I can't do the situationship thing anymore. I got to go.
But like
But
when
a lot
you're
of
catching
peti-
feelings, you're not the one who wants to end that situation.
Exactly. But you have to protect yourself in that way.
Yeah.
Be like, this person doesn't give a fuck about me. I gotta.
Yeah,
have
it's
to
like
end
self-respect
this.
at that point.
Yeah. Well, it's really hard, and then it's also like, again, you're ending something that you're about. You're like someone you really like. You're literally like, I like this person so much, I can't see them anymore because they don't like me back, basically. And that is, up to you. But a lot of people don't want to do that, so they'll stay in a situationship. And then the other side of it is the person who, doesn't. You're the person that doesn't really like them, and you go, I don't want to end this because it's chill and cool and it's working for me and it's low stakes.
It's
If
communication.
they call tomorrow
Communication
and they
is
say
key.
this isn't going to work out, you go, what are you going to do?
It's all about communication, though. You gotta be honest with what you want. Set your boundaries, set your expectations.
And I feel like situationships are so incongruous with that it's the people who are bad at that stuff who end up in these just over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Because that it falls apart with any level of communication, I think.
No, I think I've had great situationships that were very communicative, and they like.
All right, I was going to ask you
Yeah.
that, like from a curious, like, are guys communicative about
If
things?
I'm super communicative, just being like, hey, listen, like, I mean, normally I'm not communicating, being like, hey, I think I love you. Like, I definitely am not like.
Coward.
I'm not communicating like when it's positive. Like, I definitely like play it cool on that front, but then like if
I'm a
it's
cool
on the
girl.
latter side and
Uh-huh.
I'm not feeling it as much, I'm definitely more explicit, or I'll be like being like, yeah, like this is really, really fun, but like I'm not really into seriously dating right. Like I'm always explicit about like what my intentions
Yeah,
are.
I know. So,
when it's not gonna go forward.
but I know you. But I'm saying, like, guys, like, are they like that with you? I know you, and I know how you are, but I'm wondering, like, how guys
are
Okay.
in a way, but I think it's because I'm like kind of asking the questions.
Yeah.
But also, like,
Do you think if you weren't asking the questions, it would just be like?
I think they drop subtle hints if they're not looking for something serious. Like they'll say, like,
If we were
Sorry, gotta go to Vegas.
like if
Sorry, it's your birthday. I gotta go to Vegas with the boys.
no, they'll drop subtle
Here's a
hints.
gift.
Like they won't talk
Here's
about the
$5. Here's a
future.
$5 Venmo.
Yeah, like they won't talk about the future.
Get
Like
a
you can
drink.
tell when someone shows up for you and likes you and is trying to like court
Yeah.
you, or when they're just like trying to hook up with you. Like you can tell the difference.
Court you?
Yeah.
What is this? 1500s? That's a middle-aged term. That's
Got some
hilarious.
suitors out
I
there.
love
Bill Dog
that.
gets courted.
I love that.
some
I get
suitable
courted by
Courted.
suitors.
I've been courted before.
Sorry.
Bless you.
All right, Wesley. What else do we got?
I don't really do situationships, said one person.
That's it.
All right, good for you.
So
How's
this
it
is what
going?
we're- Zero to
It does
relationship.
say it does say West, so I might have written that. but-
Oh,
It
no,
might have
I
been
think they're
the-
talking about you, dude. I think it's an
Another,
ex-lover.
yeah.
So in that
Another
case, would
way.
it just go
Yeah,
from like
it's in quotes.
nothing
I'm
to like
ooh, yeah.
first date? You're like, be my partner.
One of these just grills you, Wes, and you're like, I'm not gonna read
Like,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Read the whole thing together. I'm like, I'm talking about Wes.
You're such a pathetic, flighty little loser. Well, I guess skip that one. Somebody said it's linked to dating's app. People feel like they have unlimited options. Why settle? So that you keep yourself in a situationship.
Bigger, better deal.
Yeah.
Told you. I think it's the generation thing. They just everyone thinks there's something better out
Because
there.
it's so easy to like.
Yeah,
click.
exactly. It all comes back to, like, it's just at the touch of our fingertips.
It also, is that an illusion? Or
It's
is
totally an illusion.
Yes.
It's so
Yeah.
vacant. Dating
Yeah,
apps are so
dude.
vacant.
You
Or
like
is
somebody makes you feel
slightly better out there?
yeah, somebody makes you feel something good. You like this person,
Yeah.
whatever, and you'll be like, "What thing?" Or like the girl, I
She's
have
not a
that one
Patriots
thing.
fan.
And it's
Yeah.
like you
She's
fucking
a Patriots fan.
Yeah, she's not.
yeah, no, okay. Listen, better than a Cowboys.
Marry
fan.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Patriots
Better than a
fan.
Cowboys fan. I would do that. But it's I think that's the thing is like we think like there's something bigger and better. They're out for this, even though I like this person, whatever the case may be. It's like the idea. It's like, oh, I go out to the bar tomorrow night and meet that person, and just like, oh, there they are, perfect.
But
I don't know.
relationships are fun. Like it's fun to like be with someone and trust someone, and, like learn
Yeah.
about someone.
It
Like,
is. No,
why
it
is
is.
everyone running away?
I
It
thought you
is,
said
and
you
that's
don't
the problem.
trust them.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun to trust somebody, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Honestly, the ones you trust will hurt you the most.
Okay, here we go. This is an interesting one. I haven't read it, but I hope so. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Fuck
yes,
you, Wes.
my last situationship. We said I love you, talked about kids moving in together, etc.
Mm.
But
Oh,
she is also performatively bi.
A white woman.
She's performatively bi.
So a white
I read.
woman.
See, I was right. It's a good one. And put a lot of emphasis at random times on how she wanted to end up with a woman because we were never going to have a full definition of our relationship. But put a lot of feelings and great sex into it. It was easy to get lost in the lack of definition and emotions. Then when we finally ended things, she ended up with a guy. Lol.
Wait. There's no way. In what world are you in a situationship where you say the words "I love you"?
You
This
are.
one.
See, I
That's
told you it
not a
was gonna be a good one.
situationship. What?
That's what I read, and I was like,
But it
oh, this
sounds
is-
No,
like
that's
they
what I'm
weren't-
saying.
it sounds like
That's
they
not a
weren't-
situationship,
They weren't exclusive.
they're
But-
performatively bi.
bro.
Sounds vaguely homophobic.
Yeah. Okay. But the idea of saying "I love you" and you're like, we're in a situationship, and then saying "I love you" to somebody, it's crazy.
Like that's a relationship.
That's like me meeting a dude at the bar one time. We have one drunk night together. I'm like, I love you. Like, I don't
No,
love
you
him.
could be. You could be
You
in
could
a
say that.
year-long
You do say
situationship.
that.
Yeah, but you're not throwing in the words "I love you" in a situationship. If I was in a situation with a girl and she said "I love you," I would literally go, "Okay, so this is over forever." Like that's I would not. You can't say "I love you" in a situationship. You guys say you say "I love you."
I do it all the time. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Also, your example
Okay,
was I would never say I
what
love you
if,
to
all right,
a guy at the
I
bar.
have a situation.
Let's hear it.
What if you're friends with someone for a long time, and then you start like hooking up and seeing each other?
That's confusing. That's confusing because you're throwing friendship in there. That's different. That's a different type of situationship. That's a different one. I'm
Still
serious.
a situationship.
But it's different when you're already friends with somebody.
when you
So is
know
that-
someone well, and you could be like, "I love you. I'm not in love
No.
with you, but I love you."
But okay, but from this one, it sounds like it was a situationship, and they were saying, "I love you." I don't know. Maybe
It didn't sound friendly. I'll give you that.
maybe I hold the words "I love you" a little deeper than other people. But I'm like, I'm not saying I love you to some random situationship. That's
What if it's
crazy.
like a really?
But you would
close
say it to a
situationship?
boy at the bar.
But
on your
if
first night.
I'm saying
You
I-
would say to an Eagles fan at the bar.
yeah, I would say that
you
Eagles
would.
fan
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
bar. Yeah, 100%.
You're like, I
dude.
wouldn't do that. I was like, yes, you totally would.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking the Eagles.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I just think like the fact they talk about "I love you," they talk about marriage and kids, and then she's still like, "I want to end up with a woman." I don't know. It's just like that's
It's
not
sort of a
I'm
weird
not-
thing to
He's
say,
like,
like
we had
even in a
Great
jokey
and crazy
way.
sex. He's like, well, why does she want something else?
All right.
then?
Have any of you been in a situationship where you said "I love you" and or talk about marriage and kids?
I mean,
I
maybe-
was trying to think if it was before or after we like ended the situationship.
But
And moved into a real relationship.
Yeah,
but you guys went in a real relationship.
right.
Okay. Well, at least you went into a real
It
relationship.
was
I
a
don't know.
transition
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Trust me, I haven't gotten that far. I usually get out early. All right, that was supposed to be funny.
Okay, yeah.
That was a joke. That was supposed to be funny.
Like-
Do you?
We're friends, dude.
You have some explaining to do, brother.
I've talked about marriage and kids, but not with the person. Like I'd be like, oh, like I'd be interested. Like I definitely want to get married someday. I want to be like,
That- but not with the
They're not-
I'm
person.
not like,
In the
oh, if
fantasy.
you and I ever got married or had
Yeah.
children.
All right.
I mean, I've been in situationships where they brought up marriage and kids, and I'm kind of like, okay, like it's kind of weird, but all right, like I'll entertain it and like just be honest about it. But I don't know if they threw out the word. I think like I could do that part. Throwing in the words "I love you," that's where I'd be like, what the fuck is happening?
That's how you know you're in a situation though. That's my definition. Is it what's going on?
I don't think it's
Right. Like
it's
Yeah.
possible, but
Yeah.
I think it's not likely.
All right, fine. I'll say it's not impossible,
I think
but
there are
So,
clauses that could attest to it.
The yes at the beginning of this is the prompt is to the answer to our prompt. Is a situationship fear of commitment? They
yes,
say yes. My last situationship, we said I loved you, talked about kids, moving in together,
yes.
but she was also performatively bi and put a lot of emphasis at random times on how she wanted to end up with the woman. I mean, that's not a great sign, bud. Like,
and then she
but-
still ends up with a man.
yeah,
which
but
is
then
the
because we
kicker.
never gave our relationship a definition and we put a lot of feelings and great sex into it, it was easy to get lost in the lack of definition and emotions. And then she ended up with the guy.
I
Because
don't
she was
think-
performatively.
I don't know if that's even answering the question.
Well,
No, he is. He's saying
Was
yes.
he saying that
we try to ask deep
his
questions.
partner
but-
was scared of committing to this person?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it never happened.
yeah,
So you're saying yes, it is a fear of commitment.
exactly.
Mm,
We try
yes,
not to ask yes,
yes.
or no questions on the show, but Jack went with this one. So.
But I
the
think it's a
person's
good
like
one.
yes, and further down, somebody just said no.
Just no.
Thank you for the
Period.
elaborate.
Did
Yeah,
they
it's-
add a period?
No, 2 exclamation points.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's a lowercase no space, 2 exclamation points, and then somebody underneath named Sam said, "I agree."
You've got a great website.
Yeah. Shouts out Sam for the agreement. Also, Sam didn't post anything.
All right. Does anybody have another take on it? I mean, I was just spitting out my thing about the "I love you" thing is what threw me off.
Another,
Yeah.
I think too, like as you get older, you become more regimented in like your routines and what you like and the types of people you want from like how you've dated. That I think like as you get older, you're a little more set in your ways. It's kind of harder to integrate someone into your life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that just the bar to ride this ride gets higher and higher and higher and higher
Right.
because you know yourself more, you know what you're looking for,
Totally.
and I'm wondering, do you think that's more conducive of more situationships happening because you're like, well, the bar's higher now. I'm not really going to date seriously anyone who's not hitting those benchmarks, so we can do this
Totally.
fun fling. Do
100%.
you think a fling's a situationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
A fling is like a stint. Like
Oh, yeah.
you have a fun time and then you're both kind of like,
Yeah.
I think fling is always implied
It's
to
like
be.
short.
It's a time thing. Yeah.
But situationship can last for years. And
It's the
years.
preliminary
Yeah, kind of.
situationship is the fling.
Yeah,
but I do
fling
think
is
like as I've gotten more serious about dating, I've actually had more situationships, which is funny.
interesting. But that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah, because
that
I think
makes
you're right.
sense
Like
because
I'm
you're
like,
like,
oh,
well,
I can put
like
you in
you,
this
but I know
pocket.
this isn't going to be anything. So like, I'm happy to entertain you.
Like it's
and
fun
then
to
it's
be
over.
like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go out and dance when like nothing else is happening. But then it's like you can like put them in this like tier of being like, well, I'm not taking you seriously, so
This
like,
is fun.
this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna still search for what I want, but like in the meantime, like yeah, we'll hang out.
Yeah. I'll text you.
Yeah, I'll text you. But yeah, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm stuck on performatively bi. What does that even mean? Like she's just
I
kisses
think
girls
it's like
in front of
someone who
others.
just says
like,
they're bi and then just ends up.
They just say it.
dating
Oh,
men
yeah, they just say
exclusively.
it. Wow, that's tough.
All right, do we
That's
have
kinda
any
fun,
more?
though. No, that's we're out after no, and I agree.
Well,
But also, so I forgot to say that Lolita was the one that said situations have their time and place.
Not Lolita.
I mean, I don't know.
They
I
have their
think, I
time
mean,
and
I think
place.
they do, but I don't know. It's just kind of, I think you're just having fun until you figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, again, it comes back to
Is
it's all
having
just a
fun
No,
it's all just a definition.
No.
thing.
no, I don't think it's illegal. But it's like, I don't know. I think you also like depends. Like, I think if you let yourself get into a situationship, it's like, I don't know. It's like, what's the point of a I think the point of a situationship is consistency. Because like, you know, a situationship is just a one-night stand extended.
Yeah, but
If you really
it's not a
think
friends
about it,
with
that's all it
benefits ship.
is.
Yeah.
It's like a one-night stand extended, and you have no desire for it to go
No,
anywhere else.
you could think that maybe like, and I think too this is a good point. When you date someone for the first time and you really like them, you like fill in all the blanks and you're like, oh my gosh, they check all of my like top boxes. And then you go on another date with them and you learn more about them and you're like, oh, and then you go on another date with them and it kind of like backpedals where you're like, oh, actually they don't do this. Oh, they aren't, close to the, whatever it is. Like, and as you get to know them more and more, they start to be like less and less and less like of an eligible partner.
Yeah.
And like I've gone on so many first dates where I'm like, love of my life, oh my gosh, that was crazy. And then like by the 5th date, I'm like, actually, I am all set.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know?
I mean, that's the problem with like dating for your forever person. Like if you start off on the date, like I mean, I don't know. I had another episode about dating, and people are like, if you don't know what the fuck you're looking for, then what are you doing? And I was like, totally. But like I go on a date, I'm like, maybe this will be just a first date and we don't connect. Maybe it'll be a one night stand. Maybe it'll be a friends with benefits situation. Maybe it'll be like a relationship where we date for 6 months, and maybe it'll be my forever person. Like I'm keeping all of those.
But you have to like have
options
a
open.
certain level of interest before any of those get hit. Like
yeah,
it's not-
of course. I'm just saying, like it might be a
Yeah.
first date, and we just don't like each other, and then it's a nothing. But I mean, also like I mean, I have had it, 6. Sorry, someone's texting. Keeps talking over the phone. But like where you're dating for 6 months, and then like somebody's like, okay, what are we doing? It's like I'm enjoying what we're doing right now. We're dating. We're having a lot of fun. I'm not seeing anyone else, but I don't feel the need to, I mean, they're sort of asking for a definition, and I'm just like, what's wrong? We're doing what we're doing.
We're
Yeah, and I think
having
that
a good
makes
old
it-
time.
yeah,
We're fucking
yeah.
hanging out.
Like we're chilling. It's
chilling.
good. Yeah. What's wrong with what's going
and is
on?
the
And
reason
they're
why
like,
you don't want to take it further is because you don't see them as a partner?
no, it's just like, I mean, I'm just like, what's wrong with what we're doing? Like everything's going great. So what are we, and like,
But
I don't have the same need for labels and this and
Yeah,
like,
but aren't you just scared
and
of
now-
commitment right there?
no,
Like,
because
sometimes it's a security blanket where you're like,
I'm
okay,
not
now, like,
because I also don't do the thing where I'm like, I'm not going to say I love you. It's like, if I love a person, I'll just say I love them. And
even if
also
it's
like
your
my
your
parents are
situationship.
cool. And I like,
Yeah.
if my parents are cool, or like my parents are cool. And if I like the person and they meet my parents, I'm not like, that was a huge leap for that. I'm like, yeah,
See, but meeting
I
parents
see
to
them
me, I'm like, if
sometimes,
we're just hooking up,
like there's
don't
all
waste
these,
no,
my
no
time.
one-
Like,
no one I'm
don't
just
bring me
hooking
to
up with
lunch
is
with
meeting my
mom, like
parents.
because your mom's gonna love me and I'm gonna love your mom, and that's fucked up.
yeah. I mean, like, but there's
Like
all
if
these
you don't see her as
these
your
are all
partner,
just like
don't do that.
false societal like
Yeah.
steps that it's like it's not an actual like it's not an actual step like in a relationship. It's like meeting the parent, what a big deal. It's like I don't know, like you met my friends or whatever, like I see that matters more. You're gonna be hanging out with them way more than my parents,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I don't bite on those like weird steps as if there's some
Oh, yeah,
formal
me,
big
yeah.
moment. Yeah.
No, I agree with you on that. I don't. I mean, I guess it's like a big deal, but it's not like I'm like, oh my god, like how I don't know, like how my parents like like whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah.
I
I'll
feel
say
like
same
this
thing with,
falls
like, saying
apart
I
with-
love you.
with-
I think bringing someone home to mom and dad is like, I
Crazy
don't know if your
serious.
parents are chill, but like if you're just hooking up, like you want your parents to just know someone, you're just like,
Exactly.
Mom,
Yeah,
mom, this is the girl I'm banging. Say what's
Yeah.
up, fucking.
yeah,
I just
she's
feel like
great.
this is
I
done.
don't
Don't
wanna
worry,
date
I'm not
her.
calling her my girlfriend.
Don't worry, Mom, I don't wanna date her.
Mom, give her a high five, dude. Fuck it.
Like that's so convoluted. Like I've been in a situationship where that happened, and I was like, oh cool, I met mom, like I'm in, and then like I got dumped like a week later, 2 weeks later.
Hmm.
Like,
I mean,
I
again,
agree with
'cause
you. I think
you're-
that's you
and I
not,
was like, what the
I feel
hell?
like
I
that
just met the
reads as you
parents.
not
Yeah.
taking this person seriously at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like I'm not.
I don't take someone meeting my parents seriously at all.
But
Well,
I'm saying
I mean,
you're not
or
taking
even,
this
like-
person who's at the
Yeah.
other end of you
Like,
seriously at
I
all
wouldn't-
because you're like, I don't give a shit.
Like I wouldn't say like introduce like if somebody met my parents, I would be like that's like a huge factor. But if I'm like introducing, I guess if that makes sense. Like if
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
like that's where I'm
It's
like I really
different if
like
I'm,
this
like,
person.
Like if your parents are at a
flying-
comedy show and like the girl you're hooking up with is like there, you're like, oh mom, dad, like
Literally
this is
that
fun.
happens.
Yeah.
but,
That's
like,
literally
it's like,
happened.
hey,
I was
we're
in
gonna go to
Philadelphia.
dinner.
Yeah,
I was in
agree.
Philadelphia. I had a fling with a girl when I was home for like a week, and she's happy to meet my parents at the comedy show, and like that was it. But I'm not like that's not introducing them.
Yeah.
But it's like if I'm introducing somebody to my parents, it's like, oh, I've called my mom. I've talked to my parents about this person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm seeing this person, and like they meet them. That to me is a bigger deal. But if like somebody just meets my parents, I'm like, all right.
It's the difference between like an intentional, like, oh, I'm bringing you to dinner to go to
Yeah.
dinner with my parents versus like, oh yeah, we just
Yeah.
met this mom and dad.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, I guess, but like also whatever it is, like, oh, I left a toothbrush at their place. That's the next step or whatever. Like, I just don't
No, I'd be
buy
calling,
into
"Hey, you
any
left
of
your
these
toothbrush.
like
You should come
You
get
could
it.
come
these
get it.
You
things
gotta
that
get me out
people
here. I'll DoorDash
pretend
it to you.
are huge mile markers. Like
Uber carrier.
that it can happen at like I don't know.
Task rabbit.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the? I read this theory that with dating, women approach it as like a guy starts off like at 100,
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I'm
it's
saying.
slowly, and then for men though, women start at 0.
Yeah.
And
And
then
it's like
what-
you're gonna slowly
I've
prove
heard
yourself
this.
to
I've heard
me
this.
over months until then you get the crown of girlfriend.
Interesting. I've never
And
heard
no,
that.
and
That
girl
makes
starts you at
sense.
100, and then we slowly are like, oh,
You
he
slowly
doesn't cook.
lose it.
He doesn't clean. Oh, he has blue sheets.
What about gray sheets? Those good?
Ding.
Yeah.
I've never
so
heard that.
I'm in this
Oh,
theory right now where I have been like, okay, there are boys and there are men.
Uh-huh.
There's a significant difference between boys and men, and I'm done dating boys. And I'm on. to
What's
dating
the
only
what's
men.
the difference?
What's the difference? Yeah. What do you? What? Yeah. What? What is the difference?
Yeah.
No, I mean the difference is like
Penis size.
no, I mean in this like
You gotta date a
sounds,
man.
there's a lot of things. I mean, taking care of yourself, taking care of your apartment, like knowing how to cook and do like basic things, like being able to set things up, or like having tools, or like knowing how to fix cars, or like there. And it's so stereotypical, I know, but like it's at a point now too where I'm like, I don't really want to split the bill on a second date. Like I want you to buy me dinner, like, or I want to be taken somewhere nice, or like, you know, I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm like, I don't want to like be like, okay, like alligator arm, are we gonna get it? Like there's so many things that I'm just like, you know, you can feel treated like a person who's grown up, and like I want to fucking like, this sounds so
Your
like,
example is that they pay for
no,
your
pay for
food?
stuff, fix things, like come in the house, like, oh, you know,
I just changed my spark plugs in my car.
like
So.
hot.
Thank
Go to like I'm like that. Take care of things. Like boys don't take care of things. They like have dishes in their sink, and they like
Yeah.
you know haven't vacuumed in weeks, or you like go in their shower and there's like scum on the shower, and it's like ew, wipe that. Or there's a ring in their toilet bowl. That is the grossest thing. That's but it's like men that take care of their spaces and their selves and their like that's a
Well,
man.
there's like 17
And
girls
that pay
that do
for
that, and they are boy. You know, there's
Sure, like maybe they were men quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like there's a difference now. Like I literally have gone on a few dates with someone and then realized that they're a boy and been like, we're done, and just like
Yeah.
ended it right away.
That's fair. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That makes sense.
Yeah. That would like be lucky for me. I'm really like clean and I'm good at cooking and I'm growing a garden, but it's like I'm not a man in that I don't have a health insurance. You know what I mean? It's like it depends what you define
Yeah,
by
that's-
man.
that's
And
different.
also,
I mean-
I would pay for the dates, but it's like this seems to be. You know, I think it's more of like a mentality thing than a.
I think that there's
like,
so many things.
actions
It's just
thing.
like like feeling like someone's taking, or like finding even other ways to just be like, hey, I want to like even and open the door, like something that's chivalrous or a gesture. Like
yeah.
I don't know, like men are like sure of themselves
When
and
they-
they're not like, oh, you know, I don't know.
Pull up and pick you up and be like, yo, I'm here. And just
Yeah,
wait in
no, like
the
a man
car.
that gets
Yeah,
out and he's like,
yeah,
hey, like you know, like you can just tell.
Yeah. Well, it's hard, like, for me being a feminist. Like, I don't want to pay for everything. So.
You're such a good guy.
Yeah.
What do you think about you guys? I mean, like, I feel like I remember when I was on the dating apps, there's like a weird amount of women who show up on there who go looking for a provider.
Oh, those are sugar babies.
I mean, all of the.
Yeah, right.
There's
Good
so
luck
many-
with me.
I won't provide shit.
They're
Yeah, dude. I'll provide fun times. That's about it.
I mean, since gals can, I mean, like we talked about the dating apps being fully just, you know, superficial, like, which is fine. I mean, that's also a barrier at the bar. It's like, I'm not going to go talk to someone I don't find attractive in the first place anyways.
Yeah.
But since it's just so like, you know, I don't know, gamified and whatever, a lot of gals have like, have you heard of a beige flag instead of a red flag?
No,
or a green
what's it-
flag? It just means like, I am fucking boring. It's like,
Mm.
but they'll have the worst prompts you've ever seen. Typical Sunday, sleeping in. You're like, cool.
Same. You
Yeah,
hungover
yeah.
too?
Or like
Fuck
they're
yeah.
like simple delights, and they're like coffee. They're like, oh, you like coffee? Like other 4.1 billion people on Earth to drink it. Like this is brutal. I can't. There's no jokes to be had there. But like, you know, they're just like, I'm a cute gal, so here's my 3 pictures, and they're like, I get liked all the time. I've got a great profile.
Yeah.
But it's just like, or the other one is take me on an adventure. Yeah, and I'm looking for a man to provide for me. It's like, what are you?
The
I mean,
provide
take
is
me on
tough.
an adventure.
Provider, but I mean, it's not. I'm gonna go.
Take me on an adventure.
I'm
You
gonna
might as
say
well
it's
just say I'm
It's
boring.
maybe 5 to 10% of profiles I would say see would be like looking for a man with a provider mentality.
That's just someone who like doesn't want to work in their own life. I feel like, and they're just like, I want someone to take care of me. And like, I'm not saying that men are people who just take care of you, but they're people who like are sure of themselves that I don't have to like coddle and baby,
Yeah.
like do things for that. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
do
also-
something because I want to, not because they need me to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also feel like we're like in this weird situation where Like, I think women are obviously experiencing some of the most like independence and success they've ever had.
Mhm.
And that ultimately just raises the bar for who your partner is. And I remember it was like, God, who made this? They're like, if Beyonce was working as a like a cashier, like the food register at like a McDonald's, Jay-Z could still marry her exactly who he is. But if it was the other way around, it would never happen. Ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, interesting. Wow. Matt Damon married a bartender.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Matt Damon met a bartender in Miami, married her. They've been together forever.
But it doesn't work the other way around.
But I get what you're saying. But
Jennifer Lopez is not going to meet a bartender.
No, but I get exactly.
Oh, but Giselle married her taekwondo instructor.
You mean she had an affair with her taekwondo? Yeah, she had an affair. She had an affair and a baby.
But
I'm just saying, yeah, and I'm sure.
An affair on Tom Brady.
But I'm sure he's a very high suited taekwondo instructor. Giselle's taking classes from him.
Yeah,
he's not a strip
She's
mall.
not just taking classes.
Yeah. he wasn't working at a strip mall. I'm sure.
Yeah, but
But I'm just saying, like I actually do. I don't know, and this is like I don't want to say it like I think like, but I do think like I could see that being true. Is like women looking at a guy who's like, oh, I work at like a coffee shop. They'd be like, oh, I don't want that. But if a guy met a girl and she's like, oh, I'm at a coffee shop, they'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't know. You guys could feel free to argue, but I just feel like it's a different mindset.
Well, I think it's like it's cool when someone's driven and they have passion and they like. It's not attractive to me someone who just like sits on the couch all day and is like, I don't know.
Do you guys have a height set on your
no
profile?
Comment.
Do you?
No comment.
So I was just listening to this podcast and they were talking about how as soon as you go over 6 feet and looking for like what perfect man, you're thinking over 6 foot tall makes over $100,000.
Yeah.
It is less than 1% of men.
Oh, way less than that.
So you just automatically just shatter
what
you're looking for.
The gal went viral and she's like, I'm looking for a man of 5'9", 6'5".
Blue eyes.
Yeah. And then they made the EDM song. Some guy did the math and he's like, it's 2 people and one of them's gay, the other's married. Like, you're delusional.
Yeah.
There are no people like that out there. I mean,
so do we think women are delusional?
I mean, well, I don't know. I think when
or more.
If they say stuff like that, like I'll only date a guy that's above 6'2". It's like we're talking already 3% of people. Like you're wrong about how many people are 6'2". It's not that many.
You know how easy it is.
And then also making 6 figures. It's like, and then is also in your
like they're out there.
Your age range.
They're not that hard to find.
They are out there, but then don't be surprised when they like Fahim Anwar has a joke about. He's like, I have a friend who's ridiculously beautiful. She's a 10, like full blown. She's a model. She's a 10, and her boyfriend cheated on her, and everyone's like, I can't believe that. And he's like, yeah, but if you're a guy who's able to bang 10s, you don't do that just once. Like,
why walk when you can fly?
Yeah,
true.
I mean, it's just like it's so like. I mean, I don't know. Are you deserving of the 0.01% of men who's got blue eyes, 6'5", and it works hundreds of thousands of dollars? Are you the 0.01% of women in terms of?
So you got to date down a little bit.
Yeah. Or you can date just across. I mean, I like that. I like the dating down thing though.
Yeah, I don't want to think people are dating down.
Yeah. She's been doing it for a while. She's been dating down then. Chad Smith.
I don't know. Do you
Jack, switch over to my
women
here?
Please chime in. What do we think? Do you guys how do I want to say this? Are your expectations a little too high?
This is Giselle with her.
Do you think it could be too high? It's at points where it's like you can meet a guy who you really vibe with, but he's not at that providing level. Like he might be driven, but we're in LA too. Every fucking asshole here is an actor. So
I can't do actors. I dated someone once, and I went into their bathroom and looked in the dated. I hung out with a few times.
Situationship.
And I looked in the mirror, and in a dry erase marker on the mirror, it said, "You're going to be a star." And I was like, "Get me out of here."
Where's the reformation?
Tommy,
was that
your bathroom? Tommy,
not mine.
Come on.
Not
He's
mine.
right
You're
here.
the funniest comedian.
Yeah. You're the funniest boy. and you go home and scribble it out, man.
You will headline flappers.
Yeah. I think
Yoo-hoo.
the difference between the boy and man thing is also a mentality thing. A boy sees like his dirty room, and like a boy and a man might have a dirty room, but like the man's like, I gotta clean up that dirty room. The boy's like, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, no, the boy
Right,
lives
sometimes
in
your
it.
room's dirty, whatever. Like
No, the boy
versus
lives
the
in
man's
it,
like,
where
damn,
it's
when I get back from work, I gotta clean this up.
the boy
Like, I
doesn't
gotta
notice
get
it's dirty.
Yeah.
The boy's like, yeah, meh.
Mhm.
yeah.
There's
It doesn't
like,
even occur to him to like walk up and greet you at the door instead of text you. I'm
Totally.
here.
Yeah.
like there's a ginormous difference. Like I literally will go in and I mean, and there's even someone I went on a date with that was like very well off, like took me out to a really nice dinner, and then like second or third day I went back to his place and like there was takeout everywhere and like plastic forks next to the couch, and I was like, boy, with him. I was like, we're out.
Lenochi, call him.
Stop. Michael would never. Actually, Michael has such bad OCD. His house is spotless. I can tell you that right now.
That's funny.
Like you just
You're
know.
welcome, Mike.
Yeah.
Michael, I have your back. I
Yeah.
will not let them talk bad about your place. It is spotless.
Please let me feature when you headline flappers. Do you have some more questions, Jay?
No, I think that's about it.
I'm enjoying the
go, go.
conversation.
I was gonna say,
No,
I want to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
from them.
Well,
I
that's
want to
fine.
hear from them.
Yeah.
I
No,
I
think
want the women's perspective.
there are
You
certain things.
misogynist.
There are certain things like that are deal breakers and red flags for sure, and like there are certain things that you prefer and that you don't, and I think like as you date you like are willing to sacrifice certain things to gain others, and I do think that there's a threshold of like things I'm willing to put up with and things I'm willing to be like, yeah, like actually it's not a bad thing, but then those ones haven't worked out either. So I don't know, I think you like it's all situational and dependent on the person, but like I'm not going to just not date someone because they're not 6'1", but is someone who's 6'1" and like wearing a Rolex gonna catch my eye first? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
know.
so pretty.
Shoot me.
No, I get. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's
But
like,
I think part of me also, I think just things have gotten so bad in regards to just overall like vibes, work. Like it's, I mean, like what the dollar is
Vibes
like
are down
weaker
now.
than ever. Like you have a much buying power as you did. Like $100,000 has as much buying power as I think it was like 65K like 5 years ago.
If that.
So you're like, this is not good. So I think it's just like we're watching like people bottom out in real time.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I think like, especially men, I think a lot of their worth is tied up to like
which is
how
why I don't
much
think
they're making,
a
what
lot
they're
are ready
going.
to be in relationships. 'Cause they don't
Exactly. So
feel
then
like,
you're getting more and more men being like, I'm not ready for this.
Because
But
they
I also,
expect,
but I
yeah,
still want it. So I'm gonna just do this situationship thing where I don't have to do anything.
because
Exactly,
the
and I don't have
expectations
to
are so
feel
high.
like bad about myself for
Yeah,
not being able
exactly.
to provide in the space. So let's just situationship so that you can never really know that I'm not like secure with
Yep.
who I am. A lot of it's like insecurity too, I've found.
1,000%.
Like when a guy's not
And
like,
both
oh,
from
I'm
both parties, from everyone
Totally.
in it, being like, I'm scared of being rejected. I'm scared of being alone. I'm scared of not being able to be the partner that I thought I was going to be able to be. Like, not like, so now this makes more sense than confronting the scary thing where I'm like, I am not at the place I wanted to be at the age I am now.
Totally. I think that also just plays into like, I mean, it all plays into each other, but how expensive LA is and how like insane the dating pool is here and how difficult it is. I mean, it's not easy to date out here.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
It's easy to go on dates, but it's not easy to
Yeah,
find
find-
people that you're like,
Find
whoa.
your person. Yeah.
Like I've been dating out here. I've been chronically single out here like the last like 5 years, and I've gone on probably like 4 things that have actually like turned into something.
yeah.
And like for 3 months, maybe.
What do you think about the like? Well, I don't believe in saying it all, but it's you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, which is
That's-
insane. You can totally say.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
say, yeah.
100%, dude.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say yeah.
yeah.
True.
No, but it's also like a little bit like you can't be whatever, you can't be the wrong person if you're the right person type of thing. Like if you're like, I've always dated guys that are 6'2" or taller, and then you finally meet your person and he's 5'10", it's like, oh, it actually doesn't bother me at all, and I kind of like
Yeah.
whatever, like I don't care that he's 5'10". I think that people make these lists in their heads, and you might be saying no to the right person just for some arbitrary thing
Well,
that
it
you
goes out
actually
the
don't
door.
care about.
I feel like it goes out the door so fast because, like, I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I'm newly have a girlfriend. Brag.
Oh, wait, I heard, dude. Congrats. I haven't seen
Thank you.
shit.
She's
I heard.
awesome. But it's one of those things where, like, even like some stuff where I'm like, man, I remember telling myself on so many dates being like, too tall. Like just dismissing people. But then you meet someone and you're like, wow, I think it's hot that you're tall.
Yeah.
It's so bizarro. But it's just
Absolutely.
something where you're like, this is something you can't put your finger on or anything.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe. 100.
Yeah.
I'm somebody that's like just the chemistry of it all.
And like dating apps kind of screw people because like you will look at certain things and be like, yeah, he's cute, but you know, whatever.
No.
Yeah.
But
You're putting
like in
such a
person,
small-
if someone who like is not what I would go for comes to me, approaches me, and like we kick it or like hit it off, I'm so down for a date.
Mhm.
Like there was even once I was at the Brig, and there was a guy that had DM'd me on a dating app, and I was like, oh, he's cute, but like wasn't really like I was like,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And I saw him in person, and he was like electric and firing off with his friends, and he was like so in it. And I was like, cool. And I walked up to him, and I was like, we matched on a dating app, and he was like,
nice.
oh my god. And then we went on like 2 dates, and it was fun, but it wasn't
Yeah.
it.
All right, we're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
a caller.
Anonymous.
Hello, Anonymous. Thanks for calling in. Happy Monday. We're curious to hear what your thoughts are on this week's topic.
Hey, I just have one super quick question, which is just if everybody could go around and like say who their favorite situationship is and why.
Wait, we need to know. Have you been in a situationship with anybody here? Have you been in a
Put it on
situationship with
speaker.
anybody on this panel?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Have you been in a situationship with anybody on this panel?
Well, this is anonymous.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy, who's your favorite?
She was my favorite.
Let's start with Tommy.
My favorite was with Anonymous. Yeah.
Mine was with Anonymous.
Yeah.
It really was.
Was it? That's an old situation of yours?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wait, we didn't get one answer.
Tommy said Anonymous.
I said Anonymous.
Mine too. Your favorite
I've
one?
never been in a situationship.
You've
never been in one?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
say. I was like, whoa, we got a whole new
What the hell?
topic now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Anonymous.
I was like, you've told 3 stories about it. What's going on?
They're all lies.
Yeah.
Happy Monday.
I have a question. How did you get out of situationship to relationship?
How did I get out of it?
Oh,
Well,
where
okay.
you
So
went.
here's
Oh,
my
it was
thing.
a transition for you too?
No.
Well, it had
Okay, for
it
me,
never was.
I'm someone who did the like king of stringing along, dating multiple people, sleeping around, doing whatever, and then
King. Okay, settle down.
it was all I would
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. do. But
Surf,
then
maybe.
I got into therapy, like not the beginning of last year or maybe the year before that. I can't remember. Because I was struggling with a gnarly like sex and love addiction.
Oh.
And so then I kind of had to like fix everything and was like, okay. So then it was like, I did this last year. Like I've been single for almost like, I was like year 3 into being single again, since kind of identifying this issue. And it was like, okay, I'm going to like take seriously how I date now. 'Cause I have done it so insanely crazy. So with her, I met her and immediately was like, I'm going to take this person seriously. I'm going to cut off everything I'm doing with everyone else that I'm talking with. Just us. Okay, we have another caller.
My name's Haley.
Hi, Haley.
What's up, Haley?
Hey, so I just have a quick question about situationships in general, and like if you're in a situationship with someone, who, let's say I don't know, like maybe maybe they only are in situationships, but then like how crazy maybe can you be to said person before they don't want to be in any in relationship with you?
It varies.
Okay, gotcha. I think
And,
How crazy you can
like,
call
how
into the
crazy
live
can
stream.
you
Yeah.
go? When do you know when to cut it off? My hands are shaking.
Well, listen,
I
Haley.
think
We appreciate you calling again. I think it drastically varies. I think a lot of people would rather get weird and crazy and insane than actually break up with the person. So they do that until the situationship ends. Tommy, do you have anything you want to say?
I agree with Jack.
Hey, Haley.
Thanks for calling, Haley. I have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Haley. Happy Monday. Sounds like her and Anonymous are hanging. But I decided, I was like, I'm just going to take this serious immediately. And I did. So it's been awesome.
You want another round of applause?
Yes, please. Thank you.
It's all about
He's
the
all
mindset.
better now, folks. Yeah.
I did it
And he's
Wait,
all
you went
better
on a
now.
date with her where you're like, okay, yes.
immediately. It was
Yeah.
one of those things where I was just like, wow, I am so about this person.
But also you were sure of yourself and you were secure in yourself and you had like done the work to be like, okay, I am ready.
Well, I knew it was just like, I don't have anything to be scared of in regards to like, if this goes awry and I get hurt, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Before I was like,
It's worth it.
I'm not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's not great, and it's not been actually helping my dating life, is all my friends that are married or like in love. They just go, "You'll know, you'll know."
No,
It's
you
like
don't.
I was like, I will, because like I don't know if I've.
I've before, dude.
Yeah. Or you just you don't feel that way
Well, I
immediately.
feel like
and
you'll
you're
at
like,
least
is this
know
a
it's your
no?
girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay. Do you right
No.
away?
I
First
I
date,
thought
second
so.
date?
I
think pretty
remember I was
often
like,
you know
I
if
would-
you're gonna see someone
Again, yeah.
Yeah, I know if I'm going to see someone again. I don't know if I'm going to
Yeah,
know if
exactly,
they're
yeah.
like my person.
I mean, I've never just been that struck by lightning, like whatever when they play the.
Like
You get
head,
stuck
like head over
sometimes.
heels,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
cue
They
the
play Chariots
music,
of Fire, and
rom-com
I'm like,
happens.
yeah.
The clouds part.
Yeah. Hey, lightning does strike twice in the same place.
There's some
What
guy who's
situation?
been struck by
Yeah.
lightning. Like something, can you look at most
Max,
times
yeah.
the same person has been, and then we'll end that episode.
Yeah.
Just with a fun fact.
Also,
with a
some,
fun fact.
some housekeeping. Monday, May 18th, we're doing the
Yes.
show live in a backyard. It's invite only, but you can get the invite easily. Just go on our website and click events. It'll be right there.
Yeah, calm.
We'll have the question for next Monday up tomorrow, maybe sooner, hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Monday, May 18th, we're doing this live. It'll be food.
Write in and ask questions.
Also
Question
now
live.
on our website, Long Time No See Live, you can pitch
Question.
you can be a guest on there as well. And then you can also, all of our questions are now archived, and then all new questions will be just right on the home page, and you can just type in there your answer. And then our phone lines are always open.
Come to a live show.
Come to a live show.
Come
Monday,
to the
May
live
18th.
Monday, May 18th. Come to the live show.
It's going to be awesome.
Roy
there.
Cleveland Sullivan, a U.S. park ranger in Virginia, holds the record for being struck by lightning the most, having survived 7 separate lightning strikes from 1942 to
What's he
1977.
doing?
Can you imagine getting hit the 5th time?
He's known as
Kill me
There's
now.
no way.
he's known as the human lightning rod, and he's been officially recorded by the Guinness Book of World
Is
Records.
his brain fried?
So
Right?
you hear that,
Is he
people?
okay?
Okay.
Hit your situationship back up again. You got 7 tries, baby. God's number.
Yeah, you might
Hit
get
'em
struck
up.
by lightning 7 times.
Hit up your situationship
one-
7 more times.
First one, he was in a lookout tower. He fell from the tower, falling unconscious. Second one, he was driving.
He
and it
fell from the tower?
burned off his hair and eyebrows. Second or third one, he was on his front porch. Fourth one, he was inside of his house.
Oh no! The lightning was like.
Fifth
a
one,
flame.
back to driving again. Hair caught on fire. Sixth one was out on the trail. And finally, fishing with his rod, and it caused burns to his chest and stomach.
How
And
does
he-
that guy go
But he
outside?
never
Is there a
died from
picture
it.
of him?
He
Never
gets
died
hit
from
He
it.
got
inside
hit
too, so
inside.
doesn't
It doesn't
matter
matter.
at that
He's
point.
not safe. He's like, fuck this.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Thank you, guys.